Alright guys, looks like we're live on Twitch once again hunting for shiny Corvisquire, currently on 1800, and with this one right here, 1801 encounters, we are very close. We're getting much higher over odds than I ever wanted to be. Thank you Josh, Debbie, Dakota, what is going on guys? Josh, I see that raid. It did show up. Guess what? We'll give you a shout out. Shout out to Josh. Right here for his raid right there. Look at that. Appreciate you, man. Give me a sec. I gotta spread the word as always. I gotta tweet that out. I gotta let everybody on the YouTube know, and I'm letting everybody on the Discord know that we are live sending this out presently. Cool. Let's get it done today because I want this shiny Corvisquire and I want it on my screen, and I want it on my screen today. So let's see if we can get it done. Good. Everything's good. All right, KOs are happening. Starting with Thunderbolts. Here we go, man. Josh, are you the Torchic gang? Are you the Torchic gang? Because I thought you like Blaziken. I thought Blaziken was your Pokemon. Blaziken was your favorite Pokemon. You could be like the Blaziken bunch, or some other term that I think of. Something like that. I don't know. Kyle, Torakalita, Nephilim, what is going on, guys? E-Rock, how you doing? Chicken Game, Super Blade, good to see ya. Rytig, Monarch, how y'all doing? Appreciate everybody coming out today. Josh, you're the whole line, oh good. I accidentally caught this thing. I did not mean to press that button. That's good. I'm glad I didn't catch it. That I don't know how I pressed. This is the first time ever I've accidentally tried to catch a Pokemon, I think, during a murder method hunt. Wasn't paying attention. Monarch, thank you for that sub, man. I super duper appreciate it. Pokeboy, good to see you, man. Super Blade, you get Regieleki on 46 resets. Are you kidding me? Dude, that luck. Dude, save some for the rest of us, dude. That's insane, man. Super congrats. I am insanely jealous. Josh, fair enough. Well, it was cool. So you were actually streaming today. What were you streaming, out of curiosity? D-Rock, yeah, no worries, man. I mean, I've been through a very, relatively similar situation. Of course, it's not exactly the same situation. You have a very different life than I do, but I think just some general advice for somebody going through that sort of thing, Thank you to Mervamon fan for that follow. I appreciate you. And Chicken Game, people who would kill for that 46 resets. That is very quick, man. Juanito Persona, what is going on, guys? Good to see ya. Dakota, you're at 1025 for the Drago. It's getting there, man. That is getting there, but remember, keep in mind these are full odds hunts, so some people are going to get lucky, some people are going to get unlucky. I, thankfully went under odds for both of mine, but not incredibly, under odds. So, I was very close to going over odds. They're definitely full odds hunts, though. Spartacus, what's going on, dude? And Wesley, yeah, no worries, man, no worries. Get them done, dude. Get that job. I got faith in you, man. You got this. You are the ideal candidate for everything. You just gotta pretend like you're the ideal. You gotta, stroke their egos a little bit. Say, this is the job for me. I am super passionate about collating files or some shit. I don't know. Whatever the hell they want to hear. Spartacus, trying to get some shiny Azumarill. Yeah, those Azumarill are out there, dude. Get them. They're boosted right now. So this is the time to get an Azumarill if you don't have one. No. There we go. Pokeboy, thanks to the useless Rayquaza, you were able to get your shiny charm in Sword. Okay. Not bad. That's a good thing to have. Shiny Charm is awesome, man. I don't know how Rayquaza helps you get the Shiny Charm, but sure. I'll take your word for it. Monarch looking for Shiny Emolga. Ooh, that's a cool hunt. Emolga in the forest on the Isle of Armor. That is interesting, because those like float up in the trees and then like fly down to you. which is kind of cool. I like that. That's awesome. Persona, if you're hunting the double and not paying attention, you can go to your Pokedex and see if you've got a shiny double registered. If you've never seen one before, if one is registered, then you screwed up. But hopefully one is not registered. So I've used that trick many times before. Erkiri, you are going to set up your Regieleki hunt. I don't know how many gyms you technically have to beat in order to do that hunt. I'm honestly not sure. I don't think you have to beat all the gyms, though. But it would be useful to at least, I guess it's a full odds hunt, so it kind of doesn't matter. So, yeah, I don't know. Do whatever you want. And hopefully you'll get it soon. Juanita, you're double hunting for Authentic Sidesty and Galarian Ponyta. I hope you get both of them. I'm kind of mad that Galarian Ponyta is in the overworld now. If I had known that, I would have definitely waited to do my Galarian Ponyta hunt till the Isle of Armor, but it's okay. Sorry, not Isle of Armor, Crown Thunder. You know what I was talking about. Psy Guy, how you doing? James, what is going on? Alex, good to see you. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing great, having a good, what is it, Saturday? I keep forgetting what day it is, but I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. I had some fun last night. I sat down and finally watched, Godzilla vs. Kong, which I know took me long enough. It seems like everybody else has seen it already. But I finally saw it, and I have some thoughts about it. But, I'm not gonna spoil anybody, because I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. Kyle, what is going on, man? Good to see you. No bastardo. How dare you? I'm not gonna spoil it, no, Pokeboy. Don't worry. Don't worry. Right-Tig, you actually saw it in theaters. How about that, man? It's, I'm not gonna spoil anything. No. I'm not gonna spoil a damn thing. Just that, no, I'm not even gonna say anything. The part, here's my only, the only thing I'm gonna say, no spoilers, no nothing. The only thing that I'm gonna say is the movie was fun when Godzilla and Kong were fighting. But they didn't fight nearly enough. There was a lot of filler space in there. A lot of unnecessary shit. But when the fights actually happened, they were awesome. So, that's my entire review. I watched it on HBO Max, or whatever. I have some HBO plan through my internet company that I get to watch HBO, so that's how I saw it. And it was fine. Yeah, it was fine. I wanted it to be better. But, there were some scenes that I really enjoyed, and there was a lot of unnecessary shit. But if you wanted to go and see Godzilla fight Kong, well, Godzilla fights Kong, so there you go. That's really all they promised you based on that premise. Hexmaniac, you're currently hunting for a shiny Shuckle resetting. Ugh. You know, Shuckle actually appears in the overworld right here where I'm hunting it right now. It's kind of rare, but it is here. And I know this because I've accidentally run over them several times. Ken, thank you for the follow, dude. James, it's so crazy that that film wasn't even 2 hours long, because it felt so much longer than that. Because it was so tedious in parts. But, you know. Godzilla fought Kong, what more could you ask for? Oh, man. Pokeboy, Godzilla vs. Kong is the last film Godzilla appears in. Like, ever? Or, no, I think there's definitely going to be a lot more Godzilla films. Let me tell you. Mr. Marcus, no worries. It's good to see you, man. I appreciate you stopping by. How you been? We're not doing much. We're talking about my thoughts on Godzilla vs. Kong. And that's it. Because I finally saw it last night. And my thoughts are... meh. It's alright. Go watch it if you want to see Godzilla fight Kong. That's all I can tell you. I have a lot of other thoughts about it. I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie, but the parts where Godzilla fights Kong were good parts. That's all. That's it. Chicken Game. Yeah, I was thinking, what is the last movie that I saw in theaters? And I think it was Detective Pikachu, but it might have been Avengers Endgame, because I don't really like going to movie theaters that much anymore. Movie theaters kind of blow. So, I think it was one of those. And that was a long time ago. That was like at least 6 months before COVID happened. Henyos, thank you for the follow, man. It's so much easier for me to watch shit online. I have a decent computer screen, computer monitor. I got really nice headphones. Everything is just begging me to watch movies at home. You know? James, your last film was also Avengers Endgame, and you love going to the cinema. That is, we are of different opinions in that. My Avengers Endgame experience was so bad. I don't know if I'm ever going to the cinema again. Amon, how you doing? So Stegos, thank you for the sub. Oh yeah, happy Easter. I guess if you're in the Australia, New Zealand area, it would be Easter for you today. The rest of us in the literal entire rest of the world have to wait till tomorrow. But that's all right. It is really weird to see Bolton here in the snow. That is crazy. This is what happened when you get the stupid area glitch. I don't know how this glitch happens, or why Game Freak hasn't done anything to fix it. But yeah, here we go. No, I think of the Easter celebrating parts of the world. I mean, I think, where is it? At best, if you're gonna call it, I would say that Sunday morning is really when Easter starts, like sunrise on Sunday morning, which a lot of the world hasn't gotten to experience yet. If you say midnight is the date, then you're right. It's really only the Western Hemisphere plus a lot of Europe, or plus almost all of Europe actually. But that's fair. That's fair. Fair statement. Mostly the Western Hemisphere. Amon, that was quick, man. No worries, dude. We'll catch you next time, man. Chicken Game, your last day is Wednesday. And it's gonna be an awesome day. Congrats, man. That feels so good. Reggie Jones, you had an area glitch in the cave where you find Terrakion. How does that even work? Does it like start snowing in the cave or some shit? Like, what the hell is going on there, man? Oh, shit, prediction. I forgot about the prediction. My bad. Prediction. I gotta start a prediction. Will we get a shiny today? Prediction is starting. Y'all can go ahead and bet some channel points if you want. That was my bad. Y'all, if you ever don't see the prediction, let me know, and I'll definitely put it right up. James, I saw your ice cube, man. That's an excellent ice cube. I see that you decided to Masuda method it, which is better than I would do. I hate Masuda method so much, but hard to deny that it does occasionally deliver. Reggie Jones, it actually snowed in the cave? Holy shit. I want to see that. I want to see the snow in battle in the cave. I wonder if that would like just glitch your game entirely. That would be amazing. Because they don't have like a snow background all set up. So I wonder if it would just be the regular cave, but it would like hail or something like that. I just getting the area glitch and actually have it be part of a battle is actually new for me. That's never happened before, and it only happened because these stupid Bolton are so fast that it actually encountered me during the brief time of the glitch, which is actually pretty impressive. Cav Australia Daylight Savings Time has pushed your time back for an hour, and now your stream starts at 7:30 in the morning. That is very, very early, dude. You... Don't worry, you don't have to get up early to watch this stream. Of all things, this stream is not worth getting up early for. This comes from somebody who loves his sleep, and is very concerned about sleeping in on the weekends for sure. Dakota, you think your shiny opinions and preferences? You got my preferences. How did you get my preferences? You've been watching me. I've transferred my preferences onto you. Well, that's up to you. I'm glad I could be influential like that, man. Persona, you think the hounds like me? I hope not, man. Kitten aim or kitten a me? We do have an emotes limit. I apologize. The limit is like 5 emotes, but I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Kev, I hope not, man. I hope not. We're gonna try to get this thing best we can here. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I gotta open up a bottle of water, and it's sparkling water, and I think I might have accidentally shaken it up before I got here. So we're gonna see if this bottle of water explodes all over me. Let's see. Oh, it wanted to. Hot damn. That was really close. This bottle of water literally almost exploded everywhere. God, I love sparkling water, but holy shit. And sometimes it is tough to deal with. Oh, Kyle, I've corrupted the youth in more ways than one. They've gained my ideals. My ideals are extremely leftist sometimes. What are you gonna do? James in the next YouTube video, hopefully soon. We'll see. Maybe this week. I hope. I've got all the bits together, and I'm gonna shove them together and in order, and then call that a video. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully gonna be able to work on it tonight. I didn't do anything last night. Last night, I took a me night. I did no video editing or anything. It was awesome. Yeah. I didn't even look at my videos or anything. I just watched Kong, and then oh shit. I have forgotten to change the time. My bad. One sec, guys. This has to be dealt with. I forgot about this part. I knew I got the date right. I knew there was something that I had to do, but the time, I tell ya. There we go, we're back. This is just so that I don't get any weird filters on the screen that make me think that I found a shiny when I haven't found a shiny. So that's why I changed the time. That's your behind the scenes look at everything. Josh, your new Twitch icon is technically murdering Dale. Ooh, hey, that's very bold. Why would you murder a Sinisty? It has done nothing to you, man. Guillermo, I'm glad you enjoy the commentary, dude. Can Kitten hear me when I say that they should not be posting that many emotes? I don't want them to get banned, but there's nothing I can do, man. Oh, Lord. Adam, you one-shotted Opal's Alchemy. Wait, does she have a G-Max Alchemy? Or just a regular Alchemy? That Alchemy can be annoying. Also incredibly annoying is Opal's stupid trivia questions, which aren't really trivia at all. They're fake answers. Damn it, Opal. Oh, she does have a G-Max Alchemy. Interesting. I'd forgotten about that. Yuki, thank you for that host. Appreciate you coming out today. Hexmaniac, you like Shiny Corviknight. You wish it could have kept the gold from Rookity. I actually like Corviknight even better with the kind of taupe color. I'm going to call that color taupe, and I have no idea if that's the right color, because then I haven't seen what taupe looks like in a while, so I'm going to check it out. Shadow Wolf, thank you for coming out. Taupe. Taupe as a color is exactly the color that I thought it was. And look at this, look at this, look at this. What is this? This says taupe. Right? Copy image address. Look at what taupe looks like. Okay, that didn't work. Don't follow that link. Trust me that it's exactly Corviknite's color. Love, look at you. Your entire screen name is pink. How dare she? And she goes, see, this is the thing. She goes on the entire time, right, about how pink, 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 right? And then she goes, what is my favorite color? So I said pink, and she goes, no, it's purple. Like, come on, lady. Like, how is anybody supposed to know that? Kitten, what is going on? I am glad that you and Nightbot are no longer fighting over emotes. I appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, Mr. Marcus, I came up with a, like, albino-looking Corviknight at one point, and it looked dope as hell. And I'm actually gonna go post it over on the Discord because I can. Give me a sec. I do have to find it first, is one thing. Where would it be? Let's see if I can find this. Corviknight Albino. Look at that. I even named it correctly. And let's see. I'm going to copy that image address here. Alright, this is what I had made. Right there. So that was my White Knight Corviknight. And you could say that some of the colors needed to be a little different. But that's how I would make it. A very alabaster-looking kind of thing. And I think that would have looked really cool. Maybe you could change the pink bits to be black or to be some other color. But that's a good one. Adam, you're doing Gardevoir, Cinderace, Hatterene, Dreadnought, Bolton, and Beware. So which Pokemon exactly one-shot the G-Max Alchemy? Out of those, I don't see any super effective moves there, but maybe I'm mistaken. Also, how come you're even playing Sword and Shield? Because I know it's not your favorite game in the world. And so there must be a reason, and I'm wondering what that reason is. And I hope I did not despawn that Corviknight. I hope I did not despawn that Corvisquire over to my right. Because that would be very, very sad. Hex, you're not a fan of pink, but the white Corviknight looks cool anyway. So good. I'm glad you enjoy it. Come on, come on. I didn't despawn it, thank God. That would have been so sad to me. That would have been so very sad. Patty boy, what's going on, man? Yeah, Professor Herb got your shiny Bulbasaur. Nice. Running on through it. Are you doing... This sounds like they're all Let's Go hunts. Are these all Let's Go hunts? Hello, you want to get in on raids? Well, sweet. I definitely got some more going on personally. If you ever want to raid with me. We're going to be going... We still got to go for Coco, Lele, and Zygarde, which are 3 big ones, man. Mr. Marcus, as soon as I posted it, I was like, you know what would be really cool if the pink parts got black for the contrast? And like your exact thought, yeah. That was my thought as well. I still like what I made, but yeah, I think some better contrast would be nice on that shiny. Anyway, but regardless, I think I still make some good ones. What else did I do? I made an all-gold one for somebody who wanted a gold Corviknight. I'll show you my gold one that I made. Which you can argue about again, whether or not it's any good, or whether or not you want to see. This first one, it is. Whether or not you want to see something similar. I think the biggest benefit here is that I made its eye color a very cool purple color. But other than that, that's you want a gold Corviknight, that would be a gold Corviknight. Would look cool. Chicken Game, you feel bad. You started the same time I did, and you've already got him. Well, there's nothing I can do about it now. It's all good, man. I'll get it eventually. Is Dale the false prophet? Don't forget that, here, Chip is the one who went over odds. Alright? Just saying. And Hex, you wish the murder method was maxed out at 100 or 200 instead of 500. 500 does take a long time. I agree. 200 or like maybe like 255 or something like that makes the most sense. But I get why they do it. It's because it's a permanent boost, right? And so, I don't know. I get it, is all I'm saying. It is true, Chip got Mew. Chip did get Mew. But we gave Chip the extra chance. Because Chip also went over odds on Coco, don't forget. And we gave Chip the extra chance, and it didn't take the extra chance, so it's done. What's done is done. Alright? I agree that Dale looks amazing. Mr. Marcus, the gold one reminds you of the King's Guard from Game of Thrones, which I could see. Isn't that the one that the zombie mountain ended up being a part of? Yeah, I don't know. It looked cool. I mean, the one thing about the shiny, the current Corviknight shiny that I was very surprised about is that the beard, I mean, Corviknight's got kind of a beard for some reason. I don't know why. It's just a weird shaggy bit that hangs down up under its chin. It's like a neck beard a little bit. But that, despite being the same color on regular Corviknight, it's all the same color, it gets a different color on shiny Corviknight, which I didn't think makes much sense. But, you know, regardless, it still looks pretty cool. But it's an unorthodox shiny. And sometimes unorthodox shinies are exactly what we need. So, Gallardicuno, you think it is inevitable that Dale will fail? Well, I'm going to give Dale a chance. I'm going to give anything a fighting shot here, and I kind of like it. So, Professor Herp, so I was murdering the birds up to 25 KOs so that I had increased the spawn rate, and I'm occasionally KOing them every so often to keep that spawn rate high. So that's all. It's all just spawn rate stuff. That's all. Persona, you think that Chip is the angel and Dale is the devil? We'll have to see what happens. It could go the other way. Maybe Dale's gonna bring us out of this, bring us to salvation here, and then get us a whole bunch of other shinies too. Gallardicuno got the shiny Darumaka. Nice. Well done, man. And Mr. Marcus, I'm not upset. If anything, I think Rookity is the one that should change. Because I really like how different Corvisquire and Corviknight look. Right? If they had all been gold like Rookity, it would have just been another line of gold shinies. Right? But with Corvisquire and Corviknight, we actually got something unique, different, and I am a fan. And so if we changed Rookity to that same color, I think it would have been good too. So, Hexmaniac, is murder method confirmed glitched? Not necessarily, no. I still don't think that we have the full story there, but regardless, it does appear that it's actually intentional that it works this way. It's just not as good as you want it to be. That's all. So no, not glitched, but not a super great method at all. That's all. Mr. Marcus, you like Corvisquire the most, and I think I do too. Luis, thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate that, dude. I think Corvisquire is what the entire line should have looked like. It's perfect. And so, good thing I saved the best for last over here. Hopefully this is going to work out for us. Not you. Not if I keep finding Audino out here. Persona, what is my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon? Good question. Favorite Gen 8 Pokemon has got to be either Snom or Wooloo or something like that. Either Snom or Wooloo. I love shiny Wooloo, and Wooloo is just adorable, and I love it, but Snom is also simply adorable. I also like Frosmoth quite a lot. I don't know, there's a lot of Gen 8 shinies that or Gen 8 Pokemon that I really like. Nate, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. See, here's the thing about Wooloo. Wooloo's the perfect Pokemon design, alright? Not every Pokemon has to have some theme to it, alright? Not every Pokemon has to, like, incorporate inanimate objects into its design. Sometimes Pokemon are allowed to just be cartoon animals. And they're fine, and Wooloo proves this. Wooloo is an adorable cartoon animal. They should all Pokemon should be like that. What is my least favorite Gen 8 Pokemon? That's a more different question that I hadn't thought about. I think Inteleon is probably among the most disappointing. Cinderace isn't great. Eternatus is really bad. So, probably one of those. Luis, well, I appreciate that, man. Hopefully, we're going to have more YouTube vids coming up. Been trying to edit one together. Spent a lot of time editing one recently, a little fun one for April Fool's Day. And so, hoping to have another one soon. E-Rock, that's funny, because Caparaja and Q-Fin are among my least favorite. Again, unnecessarily incorporating, animals with inanimate objects. That didn't need to happen. But that's my opinion. What are you gonna do? Ooh, Timon, does that mean, are they fertilized eggs? Are you gonna get baby ducks out of it, or are you gonna get duck eggs? Because one is gonna make good eating. The other one is gonna be adorable. Gallardicuno, the next shiny video. Oh shit, I forgot actually. I thought the next shiny video was gonna be Regidrago, but it actually turns out that it's Dottler, and I had forgotten about this. So I'll have to just edit together the Dottler real quick. That shouldn't take too long. So Dottler should be coming out this week, and then Regidrago ought to be just after that. Oh, Timon, oh, that's cool, man. No, then you're gonna get baby ducks, and baby ducks are adorable. Oh, Persona, I forgot about the frickin' fossils. You're right, the fossils are by far my least favorite. Dracovish sucks. The Thunder one sucks. Dracozolt sucks. Dracovish is actually among the best of them, and I still hate it. Oh, man. Pokeboy, my buddy really liked my video that I made, and his favorite part was, which I thought was pretty stupid, was that Brass Monkey part, where I sing Brass Monkey in a terrible British accent. I don't know why he likes it so much, but he does. Kyle, yeah, Arctozolt I think is among the best of the fossils, probably. I think after hunting all the fossils, I think I like Arctozolt probably the best. But that's really not saying much. Gallardicuno, should I make the beer logo a Pokemon? Which beer logo? There's so many beer logos, man. They're gonna have to specify which beer logo. E-Rock, that was my favorite part, was the bar interview. And only the very end, where that, where the guy who portrays Chetson looks very awkwardly at the camera. That part cracks me up every time. Is that true, Alex? The prediction is 50-50 today. Shit. People are... I guess people are split on whether or not I'm going to get a shiny today. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, fingers crossed is exactly what I want. Hopefully it is the shiny that we've been looking for. I think it's going to happen today. I feel good. Either today or tomorrow. But I really want to get back to the stupid Coco. And get the damn Coco, so I just knock that off of my list, you know. Pokeboy, I said it like a British man, getting drunk, pretending to be an American, pretending to be a mouse. That's very, very specific. My British accent is not great. I'm gonna admit that. And there's some times where, like, randomly, I can do a pretty good British accent. Like, when I'm just, like, sitting at home talking to myself, sometimes I'll say something that sounds exactly perfect British, right? And then I actually try to do the British accent, and it's terrible. It's, like, really bad. And so the British accent that you heard in that video is the result of me trying 5 times to do a British accent. So if you think that that British accent was bad in the video, there are 5 other attempts that are worse than that. So just keep that in mind when you're listening to that. No, I've despawned something and I hate myself. Ugh. Alright, Dakota, we'll see you, man. Appreciate you coming out today. And Persona, that's very, very close to being spam, Persona. That's very close. I haven't run into a frickin' squirrel for, like, ever, alright? I think I'm good. I don't think I'm going to be running into a squirrel anytime soon. No hounds either, damn it. Ah, this is the worst. There's so many of them, too. Yeah, Nightbot is here, but I didn't tell Nightbot that people were going to be spamming Shiny Squirrel. If I had told it that, it would totally ban it. But I didn't tell it that, because I didn't think that people were going to stoop to this level. Hexmaniac, when you hunted Squavik, Game Freak announced the Shiny Squirrel raid event the very next day, which is bullshit. My 5,000 encounter Squavik hunt, I think, ended just like a couple of weeks before that event was announced. So I had been hunting that Squavik forever. And then they announced that raid event, so freaking perfect. Actually, I totally forget when the raid event was. It probably wasn't. It was that close in my mind, but probably wasn't that close in real life. You know? Saladash, what's the command for the VOD channel? I think it's !VOD. But don't quote me on that. Don't quote me. And also, I haven't been able to upload the last couple of streams to the VOD channel, so I gotta get better at myself. Kyle, was it a few months? It really felt like just a couple of weeks, man. Gage Perez, thank you, dude. Well, I appreciate you coming out today. I hope you're doing well, and hope you are enjoying the videos. I don't know. I just realized that I had encountered a shiny squirrel there after adamantly stating that I wasn't encountering any shiny squirrels or any squirrels of any kind. So I totally blew that. Oh, heck, so that was very fast, man. Hey, I wish I had your luck with my squirrel. I literally went like 20 times more encounters than you did. Mr. Marcus, I am slacking. I'm so slacking. I'm not gonna slack tonight. Tonight I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done. It's gonna go great. All the VODs are gonna be up to date. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be wonderful. Oh, Kyle, damn, that was much farther than I was thinking. Like, still mad about it, though, a little bit. Still mad about it a little bit. But it's not as bad as I was thinking. Gallardo Kuna, your random encounter squirrel happened with only 2 recorded squirrel KOs. You did not run over nearly enough squirrels to find the red one. I wonder if Shiny Squavik is like a squirrel that's been, like, pre-run over. Covered in the blood of all the other squirrels you ran over from before. Mr. Marcus, I think that if I could be any Pokemon, though, I legitimately would be like a Slacking or a Slackoth or a Snorlax or something. Something where I get to sleep and nap a lot. Like, that is really my ideal. You know. Guillermo, it depends on which kind of hunt you're talking about. I've had some egg hunts go faster than that. I got a shiny Passimian in about 4 eggs. I got a shiny Badoo in 6 eggs. I got a, in Sword and Shield, my fastest hunt was a shiny Carkol I got in 23 encounters, I think. What, is Electro Web not working? What's going on here? I got confused. What the hell, man? How did I get outsped by a Corvisquire? Anyway, I've had some pretty fast hunts. The squirrel event was November 22nd. That was literally like 6 months after I hunted it. In my mind, they were much closer together. I'm clearly equating these things. Oh, Olivia, that's not bad, man. Quick shiny Bunnelby, wonderful. That is a very, very quick hunt. Where is... Oh, there's gotta be just wild Bunnelby in this game, but I can't think of where they'd be. Anyway, that's awesome, man. And then got a shiny Bounsweet. Well, I hope you get the Nickit. Nickit is a fantastic shiny and definitely worth spending a lot of time on. So, take your time, hunt it. Spend as much time as you need because it looks so good. Nate, gotcha. Okay, that would do it. There you go. Answer my question. Wait, no, that's Baneri, though. We're talking about Bunnelby. Bunnelby is the other one. Bunnelby, I think, might be in the wild area, yeah. Kyle, he did the squirrel event twice. They really want people to get that stupid squirrel. Oh, god damn it. One of these days, it'll be an event for a Pokemon that I actually need for the shiny decks. One of these days. Louis not found. I have found you, man. What is going on? And Olivia, you get your Bunnelby in the Dappled Grove during a sandstorm. Okay, that would do it. Can we talk about how Bunnelby is not ground type? And how this sucks? Because there's so many Bunnelby on Pokemon Go, and I needed 31 ground types, so I kept catching Bunnelby. Only to find out that my number of ground types wasn't going up because Bunnelby isn't ground type. Even though its evolution is. It's a simple normal type. How dare it, man. Should there be a shiny Snom event? If people could actually tell the Snoms apart, man. Oh, Lord. Monarch, is there a way to shiny hunt Victini? Legally, no. Illegally, yeah. What you can do is use a Game Shark or Action Replay to turn off the shiny lock in Pokemon Black and White. And so if you have the event registered and you like save in front of it and then you turn off the shiny lock, they can just do runaways until it's shiny. And it totally works. It's happened before. The question is, can it transfer? And that answer is probably no, but I don't know for sure. Olivia, do it. Yes. There's also, if you want to do more Easter hunts, there is the Azumarill raid event. You might have that one already, though. Lakar, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate you coming out today. And Kyle, that would have been great. I would have totally got a Gmax Cinderace. I mean, they can technically be shiny. They're uncatchable, but they're shiny at the normal 1 in 4,000 rate. But if you want to do one anyway, there's probably a lot more of them online because a lot of people cheated to get theirs. But that's okay. They're uncatchable anyway. So really, it's nothing but an act of vanity. Wesley cannot transfer. So how did you get your Victini? Did you do the entire Game Shark hunt? Or did you, just hack it in shiny or get it from somewhere shiny? Either way, it probably can't transfer, which is really too bad. I might try to do it anyway. Star Armando, thank you for the follow, man. You did the Game Shark thing, okay. Oh, I can't. That's so cool that it worked, though. Eventually it worked. But I can't transfer, which is bogus, man. Game Freak really needs to get off their high horse on this one, and stop pretending like everybody ain't hacking this shit on already. I might as well be allowed to keep mine, all right, because it was somewhat legal. No, not legal, not legit, semi-legitimate. Somewhat semi-legitimate. Not very legitimate at all. Could it get banned? I guess, yeah, it could get banned. Yeah, actually. If you put it in Pokemon Home, that would be a potentially bannable Pokemon. Whereas I think everything else that I've hunted so far that I consider semi-legitimate is not bannable. But that one would, I think, be bannable, yeah. Actually. I forgot about that. I forgot Game Freak was doing that, so probably shouldn't even worry about it. It would be fun to hunt, though. The only one that I really want is my shiny Arceus. I just want my shiny Arceus back, man. Because that one should totally count. They've given away shiny Arceus at other times already. Like, what the heck, man? Maybe they'll be huntable eventually. Maybe they'll be huntable on Pogo at some point. I don't know. Yuki, like Meloetta's Pokemon Cry. Is it just me? Like, I know Meloetta is supposed to be a K-pop singer or whatever. I don't know. But it reminds me of Ariana Grande for some reason. And I don't know why. It's clearly supposed to be like a K-pop singer. Or J-pop? Some kind of pop. I don't know. Monarch, you think it'd be cool if they added mythicals and legendaries in the Dynamax Adventure? Yes, it would be. That's a fantastic idea. So they're almost certainly never going to do it. Because Game Freak hates us, man. Ah, you stupid squirrel. Josh, that is actually a fairly likely thing to happen. And if that's the case, I will hunt them there. And I'll put them in my game, and then, you know, maybe they'll be huntable some other way in the future. Maybe I'll re-hunt them instead of having the Pogo ones. But if they're huntable in Pogo, then I'll get them in Pogo first, for sure. Pokeboy, you are 240 for the Galarian Zigzagoon. You're getting there. Hope you get that thing soon. And Kitten, you and that emotes limit are not friends, man. Oh, Lord. Well, that's another question, Kyle, is when is Pokemon going to stop doing raid events for Sword and Shield? I wonder if it's like when the next game comes out, like when Pokemon Arceus comes out, and they're just going to stop entirely doing any of these raid events. They're just gonna stop supporting the game, maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll see if they consider, because I mean, I feel like when Pokemon Let's Go came out, that they continued support for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, like they kept having battle events and things like that, and mystery gifts and things, and so we'll see if they consider Legends Arceus to be similar to a Pokemon Let's Go thing, or or more of a mainline game kind of thing. Louis, yeah, I did actually get the shiny Mew. Yeah, y'all can check the reaction there in that link. It was an excellent shiny Mew. I'm very happy to have it, man. Kyle, you think you're gonna stop when Gen 9 comes out, which could be very, very well the case. We'll see. It's possible that Legends Arceus is gonna be. That's true, Legends Arceus is single player, so, you know, they've been talking about how they like multiplayer so much, and then they went and made a single player game, which I'm actually happy about. That means there's going to be no more randos, you know, gumming up my wild area if I join the internet, which I'm so happy about. I'm a little far away from that Corvisquire up here. I really hope that it doesn't despawn. Also, Steggles, I mean, you've got the possibility of battles, like online battles. You've got the possibility of... Oh, jeez, I'm just going to run away from this thing. I'm so screwed. You've got the max raid battles. You've got the Dynamax adventures. You've got a lot of multiplayer aspects to it that I think are going to be dropped from Legends Arceus. I don't think any multiplayer aspects are going to be in Legends Arceus. Well, Wesley, if that's the case, then I'd obviously be okay with it, but somehow I doubt it's going to happen. We'll find out. I keep attacking this thing. I have no moves. What am I thinking? Ah, jeez. Brave Bird's definitely going to kill me. I survived. Holy shit. I can do this. I'm killing it. I'm killing it, and I'm gonna kill myself. It's gonna be okay. So, Steggles, okay. Online multiplayer different from native multiplayer, which is fine. What about, like, the wild area where, like, all the characters appear in the wild area if you go online? What about... I mean, I don't know where you're drawing the line exactly, but that's a fair argument. I still think it kind of counts. And I think Pokemon might be moving towards a more multiplayer-centered game in the near future. Not Legends Arceus, but something else. The Persona, you're saying Pokemon Legends Arceus can't be Gen 9, though. Central Pokemon made up stuff. Well, they make up a lot. If they're wrong, they will delete a post and make people forget about it. Look at that business model. It's almost like they're full of shit. And you can't trust them. And every once in a while you get something right, you know? Every once in a while you get something right, and so now they must be right all the time. People have very short memories, man. You know, overall they are not to be trusted. They didn't always get the news. They got a lot of stuff wrong. They got a Pokemon game leak. And they got the They got a small leak of Legends Arceus the day of. Like, literally a couple hours ahead of time. But that's it. Gallardo Kuno, is the name Generation a fan-made one? I don't think so. But I don't know. I mean, you know, there are several fan-made terms that became official terms later on. Let's not forget that. For example, the term evolution was originally a fan-made term, and that has become an official term. The term shiny Pokemon even was originally a fan term when they showed up in Generation 2, and that also eventually became co-opted. Yeah, so I think Generation is probably just as much as an official term now as anything else, you know. And even if it was fan-made to begin with, I don't necessarily know that it was. Because why would you come up with a Generation 1, Generation 2? Who would come up with that? Josh, it was on the Gen 2's box. This is the second generation of Pokemon. There you go. So, it's an official term. And it always has been. You're saying the term generation is defined by the fans, but it's fair. I actually think it's determined by the game's code. Technically, the game code denotes which Pokemon are in which generation, and that can help us out a lot. So, that's how I think we've come to the consensus that Meltan and Melmetal are Gen 7 Pokemon. Is because they're in the Gen 7 portion of the of the game code. So, yeah, I don't know. You can call it whichever one you want. And I mean, and the game's code also puts different Pokemon, I guess, into their respective regions, which kind of helps with that. But anyway. Sam Francis, what is going on, man? I will find the bird at 1937. We'll see if it happens, man. Tail flows, why you do G do face cam? I'm gonna need you to repeat that in English. Would really help. Currently, it's in some alien language that I can't understand. Oh, man. Well, tail flows, we'll see. There's been some intermediary Pokemon like Meltan and Melmetal, which, you know, depending on what you look at, are, you know, I mean, don't even really have a generation yet. Look at Pokemon Go. They are not included in any of the other regional Pokedexes. So, I don't know. It's, there's a couple of ways to determine it. Game code is one way. Which region they come from is another. Who knows? Josh Day, it's Martian for why do I not have a face cam? Is that what the Martian language has become? We're gonna split into two different, languages, two different nationalities. The people are gonna go to Mars. They're gonna show up on Mars, and then they're gonna come up with their own slang terms, and they're gonna come up with their own language, and it's gonna be entirely emoji based, right? And give it like 200 years, and it's gonna be absolutely incomprehensible. Oh man, we'll see what happens. It could happen. I mean, you think about it. A lot of the English dialects that we all know and love today, British English, American English, Australian English, were all originally one dialect. And even in just the past 200 years, have become wildly different. To the point that there are some people, I would say, that I can't really understand when they speak, even though they're supposedly speaking English. I have forgotten about Kiwi English, that's true. That is very, very true. Some people... No, that's going to really piss off the Kiwis. I was going to say some people might consider it a subsect of the Kiwi and Australian English to share the same language origin, like one developed from another, or they both developed from each other. But that would make one group of people very mad, I think. They do share parts, but they are so different now. Gotcha. No, they are. They're distinctly different. Like, I can tell the difference between Kiwi and Australian, for sure. I've actually got some friends that live in New Zealand. And, I should totally, like, visit them. And just, like, pop in one day. It's like, hey, guys. Thought I'd stop by, pop in. Surprise! Also, can I, like, crash on your couch kind of thing? That would probably fly. That would probably be okay. Mr. Marcus, when Mars has a colony, their biggest export is going to be technology. So it's going to be technically alien technology. Wait, are you, as in, Tailflows, thank you for the follow. As in, they're going to discover alien technology on Mars that previously existed from alien civilizations and export that, or that they're going to make their own technology to continue living on Mars, and that's going to be considered alien because it's from another planet. That's probably what their major export is. They're probably going to do a lot of mining and shit. You ever hear about how people want to mine, like, asteroids and shit? And, like, how, like, insanely lucrative that would be? Dude, though, legit, though, Martian rock. People, they could just export Martian rock, that red Martian rock, and that would be a really big deal. They're gonna be people, they're gonna be rich people on Earth who build their homes entirely out of Martian brick. And they're gonna have these, like, red brick houses, which I guess doesn't really look any different from normal brick, but it's gonna be Martian brick. Ooh. It's possible, Nephilim, that Mars could have had a civilization many, many years ago, but it was destroyed in some kind of nuclear war. But then we'd find evidence of radioactivity there. Distortion, thank you for the follow. Actually, that would probably be the biggest thing about Mars, is the mining metals on Mars that are unaffected by radioactivity. Because that's actually an issue here on Earth, where there are specific, like, functions, specific things that we need non-radioactive metal for, and the only way to get them is from like, taking apart metal objects that had existed before World War II, before the first atomic bomb test. But on Mars, none of the metal would be affected by radioactivity, and that would be a big deal, actually. So that's kind of cool. Hex, the moon is an allergen. How so? Can you smell the moon? I heard that outer space has a smell. It kind of smells like burning metal a little bit. Starlight Searcher, the moon is not in fact made of cheese. But what about barbecue spare ribs? Would you eat it then? I know I would. Heck, I'd go back for seconds. Nobody remembers that. An astronaut has had a severe allergic reaction to moon dust. It's possible. I guess you're just not used to it. You know. There you go, Starlight. Somebody's picking up what I'm putting down. Oh, goodness. Josh, the moon is made of lemon pie. You figure as much? You think lemon pie? There's literally a thing called a moon pie. I think if the moon was going to be made of any pie, it would be a moon pie. Moon pies are also kind of gross. I definitely grew up with them, you know, as a kid living in the South, but as an adult, they're kind of gross. There you go, Starlight. That's it. I didn't quote it quite correctly, but you're nailing it over there. You know what I'm talking about. Look, Articuno, I never cook toast, so if I start smelling burning toast, then yeah, I've got an issue. I did smell something burning like the other day. Like, I smelled something burning, I'm like, oh shit, something's burning. And I looked around, and I checked the oven, and the oven wasn't on, and I checked the stove, and the stove wasn't on. And I'm like, oh shit, is there something burning, like, in the apartment downstairs, or something like that? I was, like, kind of freaking out a little bit, because it was a very strong burning smell. And then I looked outside, and it turns out my neighbor across the alley was burning a fire pit, and I had my windows open. So, that did it. But I was, like, freaking out for a second. Mr. Marcus, you loved moon pies as a kid, but you couldn't be paid to eat them now, and I'm the same way. Holy shit, I loved them when I was a kid. Nowadays, my god. I can't do it. It just tastes like pure sugar to me. Ah, Kyle, that would do it. It's like the same way that you're not supposed to breathe in volcano dust. Because it's like basically little shards of glass that get into your lungs and then just screw everything up. Starlight, you toast your bread very lightly. You hate blackened toast. Too much toast is too bad. I'd agree. I would say that I like my things very toasty, but not like blackened for sure. But definitely, I mean, I like my toast pretty crunchy, man. Like I like my bacon. I like my bacon crunchy. I don't get these people out there that are eating undercooked bacon, and they call it chewy bacon. Nah, man. If it's bacon, it's got to be crunchy. For sure. Mr. Marcus, you like the banana-flavored one. Oh, man. There were so many things back in the day that were flavored like bananas. Twinkies used to be flavored like bananas. Twinkies used to be flavored like bananas. And then it became really hard to make that banana cream flavor because all the bananas died out. And so I just switched to vanilla, and now it's the Twink we all know and love. So, E-Rock, you'd still eat burnt toast. Interesting. My father used to, we were talking about my father and his cooking habits the other day. My father used to do something weird that I've never understood. Which is that he used to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but he used to toast them. And he would eat. I like distinctly remember him eating toasted peanut butter and jelly. I don't know. Starlight, gotcha. The bananas were rationed during World War II. That's why they switched to vanilla. Gotcha. But the banana species they were using did die out due to a fungus in the 1950s. And so that's why they would have. So they changed it before then, but then the bananas did die out, so it didn't matter. And I don't know if they're extinct. I think you can still get them, but they're very, very hard to find and very expensive. But yeah, some candies do still have that original banana flavor, which they keep using because it's synthetic. And so they can just make it as long as they basically made a fake flavor that kind of tastes like the real thing. But so the banana Laffy Taffy, I guess, is one. The I know banana runts is another. If you get the runts, I think runts. But if you get like a fake, like a banana flavored candy, that tends to be what it's based off of. That I did not know, actually, Kyle. I like avocados too, but I think avocado, you kind of need a whole avocado tree is the thing. You can't just like make one avocado. Starlight, you toast your PB&J. PB&J, toasted PB&J with a chocolate milk. That is really quite something, man. Juanito, in organic chemistry, one of your projects was to synthesize banana flavor. Dude, I don't know if I'd trust that. A bunch of, like, random chemicals that taste like bananas? You are duping my taste buds, sir. That's crazy. Hexmaniac, you used to eat toasted jam and banana sandwiches. But it's very close. That's like almost the Elvis Presley. The Elvis Presley is toasted peanut butter, banana, and honey. But you go, instead of the peanut butter part, you go to the jelly part. So you do jelly banana and toasted. Which I don't know what you would call that. Oh, man. Why, Starlight, are you joking about titmouse? Or actually, titmice is the proper plural. Why are we joking about titmice? Hex, here in the United States, jelly and jam are the same thing. They are basically the same thing. There are some differences between a jam, a jelly, and a preserve that has to deal with how you get the fruit out. Like, I think jam might have actual bits of fruit in it, and jelly is made of just the fruit juices or something like that. But for the most part, here in the United States, they're the same thing. Or the seeds, is it about the seeds in them? Yeah. But they're not too different. I know in some places, jam is what we would call jam or jelly, whereas jelly is whereas a jelly is a gelatin, like what we would call Jello is what they call jelly. So I know it's different, but here in the United States, jam and jelly are tantamount to the same thing. Weird for some people to hear about. Oh, gotcha. Interesting, Kyle. I did not realize that. I had heard that before, but I didn't realize how pervasive it was. Hexmaniac, yeah, here in the United States, we would call that a Jello. Whether or not the, whether or not you actually use the brand Jello to make it, we call it Jello, the wobbly gelatin dessert. Which I have not had Jello in a very long time. I think the last time I had Jello was in college. They used to always have Jello at the cafe in college. And I have not had it since then. It's been a long time. I guess I've had Jello shots since then. So I guess Jello shots are the only time that I've had jelly recently, or Jello recently, I should say. Well, Gallardo Kuno, Jello is actually a brand, though, in the United States. Yeah. Willie Hoon, have you never had a Jello shot before? It depends on whether or not you're of age. It's a very popular thing. You just, while the Jello is setting, you put a little bit of vodka in it, and then let it set in the freezer or whatever. And then, ta-da! Alcoholic Jello shot. Okay, maybe you have had Jello shots before. Oh, man. And Sir Steggles, you have him here. So what do you guys call them? Do you call them Jello shots? What do you guys call them? Do you call them jelly shots as opposed to Jello shot? Alex, I've seen those things. They look... It's weird to consider them not having alcohol in them. But apparently they're very common to get them with, like, kids' meals and stuff. I guess you can get them as an adult too, but in Japan, if you get like a kid's meal in Japan, they always come with the little Jello shot kind of thing. Yeah, Hexmaniac, what is pudding to you then? So Steggles, you'd call them jelly shots. Okay, good to know. Yeah, okay, so what we call pudding is like chocolate pudding or like Jello pudding. It was going to be like a Bill Cosby thing. I don't think you can make that impression anymore. But it's probably a good thing. It wasn't a very good impression, but regardless. But the Jello pudding, you know, like the chocolate pudding, or tapioca or something like that, is what we call pudding. Whereas I know, like, in the UK, you have this concept of something called, like, blood pudding, which is basically like a blood sausage and isn't, like, pudding consistency at all. Mr. Marcus, I have never made a drunk watermelon before. Is that like a rum ham? God, I could go for a drunk watermelon. Sounds amazing. Is it? Do you just allow the watermelon to absorb the alcohol? That sounds like a very refreshing summer's treat. Don't bring that one to soccer practice. Let me tell you, you don't get a bunch of drunk kids out there trying to kick a soccer ball around. Galata Kuno, you call that custard. Gotcha. Gotcha. Here in the United States, a custard is a very specific thing with a very specific flavor. A custard is... you have something that's custard flavored. And I can't really explain that flavor. It's kind of sweet and sugary, but it does kind of have that Jello consistency. Maybe it's a vanilla kind of flavor. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, there's definitely a difference with custard for sure. I don't know, Sir Steggles. I know custard as a flavor. Like when I taste custard flavor, I know what it is. I don't know. Like a custard cream. I don't know. An egg-based dessert. It's whatever. I know pudding, though. Well, we don't really have flavored custard is the thing. I guess you can get flavored custard. But it's not very, like a lemon custard. But I don't think it's very... there's kind of like a standard custard that you get. Mr. Marcus, you cut a hole in the watermelon, add vodka. Let it sit for a day in the fridge. Holy shit. Put a tap on it and enjoy. What, is it like do you slurry all the watermelon inside, or do you keep the watermelon flesh there and allow the flesh, that's a weird way to put it, allow the flesh to absorb the vodka? And if so, if you put a tap in it, what exactly are you getting out? Galata Kuno, I have had frozen custard before. That is true. We have an entire frozen custard establishment. But I guess I guess it's different from frozen yogurt. I mean, I think you get... I think custard is egg-based, and when you say pudding, here in the United States, I don't necessarily think that's an egg-based thing. You know. I don't know. You certainly... I don't think you put eggs... When you make like Jello pudding, I don't think you put eggs in it. With custard, you definitely put eggs in it. Yeah. Here it is. Most custard and pudding recipes both would typically call for eggs. The main difference is that pudding uses a starch for thickening, whereas custard's thickening ingredient is the egg itself. And custard's texture is firmer than pudding. Alright, so there you go. Oh, Mr. Marcus. Oh, man, it's an alcoholic watermelon slushie. Holy shit. That sounds awesome. That sounds legit as hell. Oh my god. Well, it's It's still too a little wintry. It's like 50 degrees outside right now. I need it to be, it's gonna have to be like the height of summer for me to try to pull that off. But that sounds great. Sir Staggles, you do? Well, I mean, yeah, you put so much alcohol in it, I'm not surprised. E-Rock, Culver's, I think Culver's is a chain, like a not department store isn't the right thing, but a box store chain kind of thing. No. Go away. Ah! God damn it, I can't stop running over squirrels! Damn squirrels! There are too many of them. Oh, goodness. No, God, the dogs too. Why they do this to me? Mr. Marcus, you make one every year for your white trash bash. Do you have, oh God, what is that called? Is it trash juice? What show is that from that has trash juice in it? Where they basically take a trash can, line it with the plastic bag, and then just start pouring all sorts of alcohols and sodas and juices inside until you get trash juice. That sounds like a thing from It's Always Sunny, but I might be making that up. It sounds gross as hell, too. I can only imagine that the trash bags are like, you know, you get that trash bags that are like scented trash bags. They have trash bags sent to them. I can only imagine that they would then, that the trash juice would take on the trash bag smell and taste, and that's pretty gross. That's jungle juice? it sounds gross as hell. Apparently it's a real thing. Oh no. I have thankfully never had it. And I don't think I ever want to do. Sir Steckles, what is a shoey? Do you guys have a cutesy nickname for everything? What, we may have it, but we call it maybe something different. What is a shoey to you? Galactic Kuna Culver's to you is a fast food chain, known for its frozen custard and cheese curds. There you go. Well, I've never seen one, but cheese curds are legit, and I could go for some cheese curds right now. Sir Steggles, is it an actual shoe? Or is it just like a shoe-shaped container? Because I know, like, you can drink out of, like, if you've ever had a boot before, like, it's a glass that's shaped like a boot. But I wouldn't drink alcohol out of, like, somebody's actual shoe. Debbie, an F1 driver, does a shoey when he wins a race. As opposed to champagne or something? But it's a shoe. Has somebody been wearing the shoe, or is it specifically a shoe? It's your own shoe? Oh, good lord. That's disgusting. Especially after you've been in a goddamn car for God knows how long. Imagine after the 24 hours of Le Mans, and the dude's been wearing that shoe for 24 hours, and all of a sudden, he's got a drink out of it? No, no, no. That cannot be. No, Kyle, I totally agree. It is disgusting. Amon, now you wake up. Oh, God. I guess you've heard of them then. Flying Dove, thank you for the follow. Hell. Ricardo got Patrick Stewart to do a shoey on the podium. Gross. It's just the Australian drivers, though. Okay. I don't know if I would trust that. You know how hot it gets in Australia? And how sweaty your feet must get? And then you got a drink out of that? Nah, dude. Absolutely not. Not my thing. That's gotta be so gross. No. There we go. E-Rock, that is true. Although I did see Pukumuka once take out a God, what was that thing? It was in a Scavalier. That was quite something. So, Staggles, do you not have something a little more, sterilized that you could use? And if you do a shoey at an Australian party, does everybody take off their own shoe and drink out of that? Or are there shoes available for people to drink? No, I don't even want to know. Never mind. Those are both bad options. That's crazy. Hexmaniac, you were approaching odds on Shuckle. I'm getting up towards odds kind of again on this here Corvisquire. It's taking far too long, man. So, Steggles, it is your own shoe, the one you're wearing. Oh my god. And then you gotta put it on again. And you just got a janky alcohol shoe hanging out. Do you... And you've got like a wet sock because of it. Holy cow. Cosnomic, thank you for the follow, man. That is... No. That sounds like it not only ruins your day, but it like continues to ruin the rest of your day. But I guess it's a staple of Australian parties. I don't know. Yes, Mr. Marcus, I have shotgunned a beer. Actually, a very funny story there is that my sister was graduating from college, and unbeknownst to me, my sister had become much more of a party animal than I could have thought possible in college. And not really, I didn't nearly party that much in college, but, you know, it's just part of the college culture, I guess. Whatever. Point being, we are all having, my sister graduates, and everybody in her, she had like some communal house where she lived with a bunch of other girls that were in like a similar program to her at school or whatever. And so they all the girls came back to their place and had a party at their pretty big house. It was a pretty big house. It was like, I don't know, like 10 girls lived there or something like that. And it was a pretty big party. I mean, there was all the girls' families and everything, and everybody that had come to their graduation. And so my sister, in celebration, invites me and my brothers to shotgun a beer. It had been a very long time since I shotgunned a beer, but you know, we did it, and I you know, stuck my key in there and went to town on that bad boy and finished it off. And as one does, you know, add a breath a bit. You know, crunched the can, threw it on the ground, as my siblings then continue to do the same, and we look up only to find our grandparents, who had also been invited to the party, with a look of disbelief on their faces, and all their grandkids having just shotgun beers together. So, I think we disappointed them a little bit that day. James, thank you for the follow. I'm sure they still love us, but there was an amount of disappointment in their face that day. Anyway, Gallardo Kuno, is that true? In other countries, they use real fruit in soft drinks. That's interesting. Like Orangina or something like that. It depends on where you live. I know, for example, in Mexico, you can get seemingly fruit-based drinks that are mostly sugar with food coloring in them. So, I don't know which countries actually use the fruit in their you know, sodas, but at least here in the United States and Mexico, it's not really a thing. Anyway. Sir Steggles, is there other Aussie stuff that you should curse me with knowledge of? I would love to, by the way. Love to visit Australia. That is, if I ever have the means, that is the #1 place that I would like to visit. Yeah, Iraq, I just recently got Coca-Cola with a takeout meal that I had, and it was the first time that I've had Coke or any soft drink really in about three or 4 years or more. And even then, I don't do it often. It's really been probably like I haven't really drank soft drinks in like 15 years or so. Buttercream, thank you for the follow. Not that long, never mind. It's been about 10 years. 10 years. Kyle, you like Mellow Yellow? I haven't had Mellow Yellow in a really long time. Do they still make that? I have heard the Donovan song Mellow Yellow more recently than I have drank a Mellow Yellow. Well, that's a good song, too. Sir Stiggles, do I know what a round is? I mean, like a round of drinks here in the United States. If somebody says you want to, go for a round, then somebody buys a round of drinks for the table and brings back the drinks to the table. You drink them, go back for another round. But is there something else Australian that we should know about? Kyle, you actually had a Mellow Yellow today. How about it? Mellow Yellow was decided to sponsor a movie one time, and I think it's the only movie they've ever sponsored because it didn't go great. They sponsored Days of Thunder, which is the Tom Cruise like NASCAR movie. A racing movie? I think it's NASCAR. Anyway, he drove the Mellow Yellow car. In Mexico they have Inca Cola. What is Inca Cola? I gotta check that out. Yeah, Sir Stego, we do something somewhat similar, yes. Yeah. Chris Lee, thank you for the follow. Although I'd say in the United States that we've got a more of a culture of not worrying about if somebody people aren't obligated to drink a certain number of drinks. So Inca Cola looks has the color of straight up urine. It literally looks like piss. Inca Cola, it's fine if your drink looks like that, but if your drink looks like that, you need to put it in some kind of a colored bottle, because this just looks like some Amazon worker has been using it. It's a very unfortunate color. That is no good. Oh, it tastes like licorice. Oh god. I don't like the taste of licorice, man. There we go. So Stegos, yeah, 5 drinks. 5 drinks is a lot of drinks here in the United States. I would say if you drink 5 drinks in the United States, you are having a hell of a night. Not that I haven't done it occasionally or even often, but I would say that's the culture here. 5 drinks is a lot. Mr. Marcus, is it gross? I've never even seen it before. Gallardo Kuna, does it taste like bubblegum? It might taste different to everybody. Licorice, I will say, has more of kind of a sharp menthol taste to it, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I don't like licorice that much, but it's possible everybody's taste buds may be different. Sir Steggles, I will do it, and I will try to keep up. How? Yeah, I would try to keep up. I can't promise that though. That is really quite something. I am deftly maneuvering around all these frickin' critters, man. Pokefan, how you doing? It is good to see you. I like that Shinx. The Shinx is a very nice emote. No, Mr. Marcus, I can't handle that flavor. I can't handle bubblegum flavored anything. When I was a kid, I went on, we went to vacation in Rhode Island once because I guess our extended family, the extended family, had all bought a beach house in Rhode Island, which is, the Rhode Island is not really known for its beaches. We all rented out the beach house, the entire extended family, all the cousins, great aunts, great uncles, everybody showed up to this thing. And there was a little ice cream shop up the street at the time. Wept Stingray, thank you for the follow. And my great aunt Barbara who's still with us, thankfully. She's old, though. She's got to be, like, late 80s at this point, I gotta think. Anyway, I saw her at a wedding just a little over a year ago. I hadn't seen her in forever. Anyway, Great Aunt Barbara took us all up to the ice cream store, and and we got to choose our ice cream. And at this point, I'm like a 8 or 10-year-old kid, so I see ice cream and I just think sweet stuff, candy, all the best. And there's this ice cream that they got, and it's a blue ice cream. It's like bright blue. They put like food coloring in it or something. And immediately I'm drawn to it. I'm like, I must have that bright blue ice cream. And it turns out that it is bubblegum flavored. And not only that, it's actually got chiclets in it. It's got little chunks of bubblegum in it. And so as you eat the ice cream, you end up with this wad of bubblegum that's awful and terrible and hard because it's been frozen by the temperature of the ice cream. And I loved it. And I got it several times when I was a kid. And I don't know why. It was disgusting. So anyway, that's the time I had bubblegum ice cream on multiple occasions. Juanito, let us know ASAP if your Sinisty is authentic, man. That's, congratulations. That's excellent, man. Mr. Marcus, you can get arrested in Singapore for chewing bubblegum. I've heard that, yeah. Which, you know, to be fair, I guess that means they don't have bubblegum up under all the seats and tables and things like that. Like, who does that? What kind of person? I swear to God, I mean, you go anywhere, and the table is going to have bubblegum up underneath it. What kind of person actually does that? What kind of person actively says, I'm just about, done with my bubblegum, and says, I can't wait to stuff this up under the table for somebody else to randomly, brush their hand across when they least expect it. I don't know what kind of terrible, selfish person does that. Speaking of terrible, selfish people, I was driving the other day, and I've not seen this in a really long time. I saw somebody actively littering outside their car the other day. Occasionally I see smokers flick their cigarettes out of their car, which is really annoying in and of itself. That's like, an extremely selfish thing to do. And a good portion, like, a full, like, 1/4 of all the trash on Earth, all the roads and things like that, is, like, actively cigarette butts. It's one of the most commonly just littered things ever. But regardless, this person did not litter a cigarette butt. This person took a full ass, like big gulp sized soda cup and tossed it out the window, but filled with soda. So as it leaves the window, I see the liquid just fly everywhere. But I have never seen somebody actively litter like that in a very long time. And it pissed me off to the point where I actively, like, took a picture of their license plate and then immediately thought, who the hell am I gonna text this to? Like, who the hell is gonna actually do anything about it? But in the moment, I really was like, fuck this guy, for doing that. I've never seen anything so brazen. Pharaoh, y'all had a huge gum wall down an alley in Seattle. I think Halifax, Nova Scotia is one of those as well. We were going to go visit it when we were in Nova Scotia, and then we didn't have time to go to Halifax. So, Steggles, can you report littering? I maybe should. I don't know. I mean, I guess I see signs for it in the United States, but I just don't know if there's any follow-up for it. Moth, what is going on? It is good to see you. I hope you're doing well. No. No. So, Steggles, does the term tosser not have more of a connotation to it? Is it so ingrained that you can use it in a anti-littering slogan? Okay, I thought it did. Well, sure. I guess I really hate littering. Wow. Alright. Kyle, have I ever heard of Blue Moon ice cream? Sounds familiar. Wait, is it Blue Moon like it's made out of the beer Blue Moon? That would be weird, but it could actually work. Like Blue Moon flavored. Gallardo Kuno, exactly, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, there's all these places, all these people that are sitting there, you know, cleaning up roadways and cleaning up parks and shit like that, because these selfish people won't stop littering. And so it comes down to somebody else, man. So what is this, Kyle? What does this Blue Moon flavored ice cream actually taste like? If it's not, does it just taste like blue? It probably just tastes like vanilla. I think it should taste like Blue Moon, the beer. Because that's kind of a fruity tasting beer. Persona, you want a law that turns off hacking. Hacking what exactly? I think that's something that you can't really... That's unenforceable a little bit. Lady Gray, I should add a Shiny Clips channel because people keep getting upset when funny clips are posted instead of Shiny Clips. Don't know. Maybe instead of that, I should probably just add an other clips, because the main point of the clips is supposed to be that it is for the Shiny Clips. I should maybe add a funny clips section instead. That would actually make a big difference. No. Gallardo Kuno, I always thought that blue is one of my favorite flavors too. Whenever I got Gatorade, I always got blue flavored Gatorade. And I don't know what that flavor actually is, but it tastes like blue, man. Lady Gray, are people actively getting into arguments about the stupid clips? People will die on any frickin' hill, man. It's just a clip. I will look into having another clip channel. It's not hard to do. It's just stupid that it has to be done. Nate, you like grape? Oh god, I hate grape. Grape is the worst flavor. Because I don't like the grape aftertaste, is really why. Like if you drink grape cola and you drink it very quickly, and you get grape burps afterwards, it's gross. This is gross as hell, man. Hell nah, man. Mr. Marcus, you like blue Powerade. I mean, there's clearly a difference between the two. I couldn't tell you what that difference is, man. Nate, you consume grape for the aftertaste? Oh, that's so gross. I agree that real grapes are fine. Real grapes are great. It's that fake grape taste that is awful. I hate it. I'm glad there's some people that don't like it. I guess there's some people that do, though. I used to have the grape thing that I had most often as a kid was Big League Chew. I don't know if you remember Big League Chew, but it was a baseball-themed bubblegum that was kind of like shredded bubblegum, and it was meant to resemble chew tobacco because when I was growing up, baseball players actively chewed tobacco for some reason. And it was gross, and you'd always see, you know, ball players spitting out this, like, dark-looking saliva crap, you know, that looked awful and disgusting. But, and apparently it was something the kids were happy to emulate. So, ate a lot of Big League Chew as a kid. Pokefan, probably a good reason why you're never allowed to have it. Because it's gross as hell. And it's emulating bad habits, I think. It's fairly vile. I chew tobacco is one of the grossest things in the world. Have you ever been around somebody that's like actively chew tobacco? And you can like smell it? Oh, it's gross, man. It's so gross. Is this sunflower seeds now? I bet you they still just spit him out on the ground. Still, to this day. Oh, goodness. Doggo, hey, what's going on? We got a raid coming in here, courtesy of Doggo. Let's see if we can get a shout-out going real quick. Doggo, please. Like so. I think I've done it right. Oh, no, I literally didn't do it right at all. I'm going to do it all over again. Doggo, plays that. There we go. I got the shout-out finally. Hey, thank you for bringing your people over here, man. Starlight Searcher, you worked at a minor league ballpark. Saw a lot of people spitting out seeds. Which is gross, and I'm not surprised. I only ever go to minor league ballparks. Because we've got the best minor league baseball team in the country. Right here in Durham, North Carolina. I don't know if it's the best, but they often win the minor league baseball championship or whatever it's called. We are the home of the Durham Bulls up in here, man. Best minor league team, probably good enough that they got a whole movie made after them. So, just saying. Starlight Searcher, y'all are the Iron Pigs. What city has the Iron Pigs living in it? Out of curiosity. That's what I'm not familiar with. Oh, goodness. Kyle, nobody's been able to say what it tastes like. Wait, nobody can say what tastes like. I've lost track of the conversation. Sorry. What is this that tastes like what? Starlight Yeller from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Oh, but it's the Lehigh Valley, right? Which that makes a lot of sense. More of a pull. You've really got the entire Lehigh Valley. Oh, Kyle, the Blue Moon ice cream. Gotcha. Right. I forgot about that. I bet you it's Blue Moon flavored beer. That's what it tastes like. Oh, man. Doggo, that's awesome, dude. Congrats. I hope that gets you on the road to affiliate, if you're not already affiliate. I forget how many it takes to get to affiliate. But I think it's something like that. Either way, congratulations, man. That's excellent. Well, Sir Stegos, that's because you all in Australia play cricket instead, which is a lot like baseball, except for the fact, like, the worst thing about baseball is that it takes like 3.5 hours to play a game, right? And it's gotten worse over time. But then y'all have cricket, and cricket is like that on steroids. Cricket, I'm pretty sure cricket matches or tests or whatever can take like frickin' days. Y'all just like hit the pause button on them or some shit. It keeps going later on the next day. Oh, Doggo, gotcha. Well, congratulations nonetheless, man. That's certainly a big deal. And, yeah. I hope everything's going well over there. So, Stegos, tests do take days. It's just cricket. Imagine if baseball took frickin' days to play. And, oh, man. Just had to hit the pause button around inning, like, 15. You gotta pause, you'll come back the next day. It'll be fine. Nate, your Little League didn't get the rights to MLB names. They're all the captains and the knights and stuff. Weird. My Little League totally did use the MLB names, but I don't know if we were allowed to. We may have just kind of done it. It might have been a time when the Major League Baseball didn't care as much about their trademarks. Anyway. Starlight, the, Whoa, y'all are talking about... Oh, the, gotcha. The Lehigh Valley teams. I know none of those people. That is, yeah. I've never heard of any of them. There's a lot of words in that sentence I don't understand. Yeah, Elite Spectrum, that's fair. Here in North Carolina, we don't... The reason we go watch minor league baseball is because we don't have any major league baseball. So we're the AAA affiliate. The Durham Bulls are the AAA affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays, I want to say. But it's like the worst team to be a AAA affiliate of, I think. I don't know what the Rays are doing nowadays, but it can't be anything spectacular. For a while, we were like the AAA affiliate of some other team. We may have been like the Braves. No, but Gwinnett is the Braves. We were something. But we switched over to the Rays at some point. Kadeen, I am in North Carolina. That's the state that I live in. Pharaoh, new rule in the MLB. If it goes into extra innings, the last batter that was out on the previous inning starts off at second base. What? That's a ridiculous rule. Why not just have it that if you, that it's like, I don't know, sudden death? So whoever scores first. And that's it. And that is done. You hit a home run, you're done. I guess it sometimes takes a while for that to happen. But still, that would be a little easier. Mr. Marcus, you're going to go see an MLB game very soon here. Oh, just a week or so. That's awesome, man. Are the Rockies and/or the Giants any good this year? I don't know. I haven't been to too many Major League Baseball games in my life, but I've been to a handful. Again, there's just not much Major League Baseball here. I can go to, I can travel, 5 hours and go to Atlanta, or I can travel 5 hours and go to DC, and that's probably the closest MLB game to me. And never felt the need. Nate, what do I feel about designated hitters? Don't care. A little bit. But at the same time, I think if your squad includes a shitty hitter, then that's part of your squad, and he needs to be hitting. So, I guess that's my opinion. I really don't care even a little bit, though. I think it's all part of the game, is to have a shitty hitter. But it really doesn't matter. Reactive Right, you don't think there should be 2 different clip channels? I see, okay. Well, I don't know. I just think it would make things easier for folks that if they want to go see all the shiny clips right in a row, they can go see all the shiny clips right in a row. One thing to do, possibly, is to make it a shiny clips channel and have it be admin only, and then only the admins or the mods or people we designated can post there, and people can't comment on them or anything like that. I don't know. And then just have another clips channel for everything else. Honestly, I don't think it's the clips that are taking up the room in the Discord, but I understand. Lucas, that is pretty cool. I like the Scizor, man. I see what you've done there. You used all the gym leader Pokemons, all the aces, which is kind of nice. Mr. Marcus, that's fair. That is the one thing about baseball, is it's much more chill than just about all other games. And so you can really sit there, you can grab a beer, grab a dog, have a conversation, with your friend or whatever, and just have a chill time. And go off and wander, and you're not going to miss much. Whereas I think like basketball and football, you can't really do that as much, Galactic Kuno, the thing that's taking up the Discord is the Regigigas. Doesn't have 6 eyes, but 7. Well, clearly, no, the colored things on his body aren't eyes, because that's ridiculous and stupid. It's clearly the little dots on its face that are the eyes. And that's not even there's no debate about it. Yeah, Juanito, yeah, grab a beer, grab a dog. A hot dog, man. Not an actual dog. You don't just go, kidnap a puppy and go to a baseball game. Grab a beer and a hot dog. Oh, man. Greg Boy, what is going on? In the United States, we often shorten hot dog to just be dog. I don't know. Context clues, I guess, helps us out with that. Nate, you always thought the colors were the eyes. So it's just got like 6 eyes in the middle of its body? For no reason? Did you also think that Diglett had a giant mouth on its face instead of a nose? Kanga Beast, thank you for the follow. I think that was a screen name made just for me. No, so if you think that the colored things on its body are eyes, then what the hell are the dots on its face to you? Are they just like decoration? Yeah, it has a that's what its eyes are. That's what the eyes on the other Reggies are. The other Reggies had that kind of you know, geometric design on them. So it makes sense that Regigigas would also have those be its eyes too. Yeah, Gallardicuno. I think it's pretty obvious what are supposed to be the eyes here. I don't know. Anyway. Is Zekrom available in Shield only? Good question. Possibly. Because a lot of those things are version exclusives, yeah. Gallardicuno, you saw a dumb concept last night where the holes were meant for breathing. That's just people grasping at straws, man. Yeah, and the holes glow. Duh. Duh. It seems obvious to me. But then again, I always saw Diglett as having a nose, whereas a lot of other people saw it as having a big wide mouth with a little baby tooth. For absolutely God knows what reason. I've never understood that one. Anyway. Persona, no, I will not do that. Nate, literally all the other Reggies have eyes that light up. That's the thing about the Reggies, yeah. Yes, they do that. I don't know what to tell you, man. E-Rock, they the same thing, man. No. NJ Devs, no. God damn it. Gallardicuno, it shouldn't be some people, it's all people. All people should think it. And Persona, who gives a shit about content? The content speaks for itself. I don't need to sit here and have a crazy reaction because content. Alright? Alternatively, I could just give you, like, actual, like, a decent video. How about that? Monarch, nice dude. That's pretty random. I got my Hunter on that route, though. I got my Hunter by Poker Radar on that route. It was one of the more difficult Poker Radars that I ever did. Kangabe, sure. You know, that is an origin story that I will accept. Why not? Kangaroos are pretty sweet, man. Or as somebody who doesn't live in Australia, though, kangaroos are sweet. I know a lot of people in Australia think that they're like, oh my god, they're everywhere, blah, blah, blah. You know, they're mundane. I think the same thing about deer here in the United States. I bet people in Australia would really like to see a deer at some point. You know, but they're very common here. E-Rock, that is correct. Yeah. Well, the gold crest is actually, that's its face. That is what that is its face. And so the things on it are the eyes. E-Rock, but kangaroos and deer see the same humans, though, right? So if a kangaroo and a deer were in the room together and they're like, hey, what do you think about humans? And the deer's like, I don't know, I see them everywhere. The kangaroo's like, I know, right? They're so lame, they keep hitting us with cars. So I think they're going to have a very civil conversation about it. You Shiny Faster? What is going on, man? Good to see ya. I think Australians want to see raccoons, probably, yeah. Hell, I want to see a raccoon. I mean, I've seen raccoons often enough, but every time I see a raccoon, it's still like, hey, cool, it's a raccoon. You know, whereas it's a deer, I guess I do the same thing when it's a deer. Me and my buddy we're doing some day drinking over at his place, and he's got like a cool fire pit in his backyard or whatever. And so we're just sitting there by the fire pit drinking. All of a sudden, coming up through the woods is this deer who like doesn't like notice us at all until it's like pretty darn close to us. I'd say until it's within about 20 feet of us, and then all of a sudden it freezes and just looks at us, and we stare at it, and it stares right back at us, and then all of a sudden it freaks out and it runs away, and it goes crashing through the woods. And I was like, what the hell, man? we were just having a chill time. But it was really cool to see that kind of nature up close. But still, they're pretty common around here. NJ Devs, you open your back door for work. There were a couple of raccoons on your back deck. Baby raccoons are so adorable, man. So adorable. Probably not. Probably can't trust them, though. To not have disease or whatever. Oh, hey, we're over 2,000 encounters, I just realized. Oops. Well, I'm gonna have to keep going here. I would love for Dale to wake up. Wake me up and can't wake up. You know what I'm talking about. The Dale is not doing his job. Well, not yet. I mean, it's got time. But we only have 700 encounters left. Which is a lot, actually. Galatakuno, you saw a deer in your neighborhood last night. Crossing the street. They're around, man. We got a wildlife cam set up at one of our preserves. And there are these deer that keep you staring like right at the wildlife cam. Zero Muck, that's true. Possums are immune to rabies. And in the coolest way possible. Possums are immune to rabies because they're a relatively primitive animal. They're marsupials. And the only species of marsupial in North America. Their body temperature is so low that it will not incubate the rabies virus. And therefore, they're immune to rabies, which is super duper cool. Now they are like totally gnarly looking, right? But otherwise are insanely cool. Wanmo, why don't I show my face? Why is it? I turn this back on you then. Why is it that the expectation is that I show my face? Right? Why can't we just be chill, watch video games with just the sound of my voice? I don't show my face because I don't have a webcam. And I don't feel like buying one, but I'm going to have to buy one soon anyway. Man. So Steggles, I am talking about opossums, you're right. Opossums and possums are different critters. Possums live in Australia, opossums live in the United States. However, here in the United States, we do colloquially call opossums just possums. So, but I am talking about opossums, yeah. Nate, I did not use those particular adjectives, but sure, if you want to call my voice sweet, sexy, velvety, then why not? I'll accept it, man. It is a mysterious allure. That allure is going to be totally broken. We are going to go... we're going to get a webcam, and the... everything's... All the mystery is going to be gone. It's not going to be as good. Oh, man. Yes, Gallardacudo, that's why. Because I'm a handsome, sexy human being. That's why. That is the reason why I don't have a webcam. You're right. Oh, goodness. Mr. Marcus, that sounds super fun. Also, that is a weird redneck thing to do. No, but in that part of the country, maybe that's what you got. Hawksport, thank you for the follow, man. Now, I had a professor in college who is from rural Oklahoma, and he said that one of the things he did in college, back when he was in college, which was in like the 1970s, so they didn't have like internet or anything like that. Nutty Yardvark, thank you for the follow. What he used to do is go get drunk and go try and catch armadillos, and they would do it. They would go find armadillos on campus, get drunk, and chase them around and try and catch them, because armadillos aren't the fastest animals in the world, but they are really good at juking out. Like, they can turn on a dime, and they are, I don't know, they're tough. They're surprisingly tough to catch. Doubly so when you're drunk. But apparently that's what you did in Oklahoma in the 1970s as a college student. Debbie had a dream that I did the face reveal. Then the whole screen, smoky shaded, screened over, and all you could see was a bit of beard. That was it. That's all you get. A little bit of beard. No, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be the whole thing. I'm not gonna trick you. If somebody's paying 1 million channel points for this, then paying 1 million channel points. You're gonna get it. Gonna get what you paid for. Oh goodness. Hawk, you're getting Pokemon Sword tomorrow. Very nice, man. They are surprisingly fun games. I had a lot of fun with them. I had a lot of fun finishing up the Pokedex. I've had a minor amount of fun shiny hunting. Overall, it's been a good time. I've enjoyed them. These games. Monarch, yeah, the Amon is very close to 1 million. It's about 900,000 and some. Fiery Klongo, thank you for the follow. And James, yeah, follow that link. You'll see what I have left for the decks. It's almost all Gen 8 stuff. But I do have Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, and Zygarde left as well. Kyle, do you have a joint bank account over here that you're keeping all your points in? Sure. Why not? If it makes you happy. Oh, man. Starlight, get your shiny Charmin. Let's go Pikachu. Nice. Got a Rattata and a Pidgey. Starting off right, man. I hope you have a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun shiny hunting in those games. Persona, don't worry, it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a lot of those kind of reactions for sure. A lot of Pokemon that we're going to a lot of phases probably. I'm glad that's what the people want to see. All about that content, right? God, I hate that idea. Everything's about content. It diminishes the idea of creativity when it comes to YouTube and stuff like that. Just content. Why can't it just be videos? Why can't I just like making videos? Why does it have to be content? Weird, this world that we live in. Reactive Raichu, if those are song lyrics, I have not heard that song before. If they're not song lyrics, it sounds like they need to be song lyrics. Sir Staggles is capitalism, all about that capitalism. What about the art of it? What about the artistry? What about the fun? Content? That's some bullshit right there. Oh, goodness. Ridiculous. Reactive Raichu, it's from Bring It On. Well, I never saw that movie. Wait, is Bring It On? That's the cheerleading movie, right? Which I never saw. That's the one with Kirsten Dunst? Or am I thinking of a different movie? I can't remember. NJ Devs, you wish there was an alert in Sword and Shield for Overworld Shinies. I agree. I wish there was a shiny noise, maybe. It would be, yeah, what if there was a shiny noise? Like, all the Pokemon would be there, right? And you couldn't see them as shiny. But, like, a certain noise would play, like a glittering noise would play or something like that. And you'd be like, whoa, what is that? And you'd have to, like, find the one that is shiny. But you couldn't see, you just have to encounter everything. Oh, the cry could be slightly altered. Then, that would be interesting, because then you'd have to learn all the Pokemon cries in the overworld. That would be kind of cool. And not necessarily show it as shiny in the overworld. That's kind of a, No, Let's Go is totally different, because Let's Go, you can actually see the shiny in the overworld, and it's got actual sparkles. I'm talking about just hearing a noise, or having an altered call, but otherwise not being able to tell, and so you have to make a choice. Alright, which Pokemon do I encounter? Right, is it going to be this one? Do I despawn some? You know, I don't know. Nate, how would you describe color to a blind person? I think you'd have to do it in like, say, like, red is warm and blue is cool. Like, things they actually... concepts that they actually know. But it's definitely very difficult, you know. I don't know. Well, E-Rock, I think, yeah, I love Let's Go hunting. I would love it to be much more like that. And Kyle, that's the idea. I think that it's like, you ever do Poker Radar on Gen 6? And then you get that fast music? And you're like, oh man, it's fast music, and you get super hype. So, I think it should be more like that. A reactive Raichu, a number between 1 and 40. I'm gonna pick, 14 is my number. I don't know what number, I don't know what that is what I'm choosing here, but I choose the number 14. E-Rock, yes. The fast music in Poker Radar is similarly stress-inducing, but in like the best possible way. It gets you like super excited, pumped, right? Stressed, yes, but you know, all of a sudden you got to start paying attention, man. I know, Kyle, I know. Fine, well there should be fast music where occasionally you get boosted odds in this game too. I don't know. Well, Gallardicuno, I mean, if there are shinies, then they will be overworld shinies, right? However, I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. Remember that, I mean, I think one of the reasons why I don't have overworld shinies in this game is that overworld Pokemon were a relatively late addition to the game. So, I mean, can you imagine how dull this game would feel? How bad this game would be without overworld Pokemon? And it, you know, it would be totally empty. The wild area would be empty. It would be a much worse game than people think it is now. At least this way, the game feels alive. Reactive Raichu, I did not tell you how. No, that's. How are you gonna do 40 shots? What if I had said 40? How are you gonna do 40 shots? That shit will land you in the hospital, man. Hot damn. Yeah, Kyle, it's very similar to that. Yes, and that's why that's why it would be a mix of both. I think it's fine. Battles seem like less in Legends. I mean, I think the one thing about the battles in Legends is going to be a little more active, and like the Pokemon are actually going to like hit each other in battle and things like that. So I'm excited about that at least. You know. Shiny Fast, you don't like overworld Pokemon. Uh-oh. Why not? What is the issue with overworld Pokemon? And if there weren't overworld Pokemon, would you still like this game? Because with the random encounters, that really seems like it wouldn't be much. There wouldn't be much to it, you know. I think the game would seem empty. I think the game would seem more alive nowadays. Holy shit, Reactive Raichu. I want to go on record saying I do not condone this. And, Yeah, maybe space it out if you're going to. And I don't think you should at all, but space it out for sure. Oh, shiny faster. That's why they gave you random encounters too. You know. So you have the opportunity of both. And now you can't complain about the shiny Pokemon. Right? Because they don't show you the shinies in the overworld, so you got your element of surprise there. Kyle, who needs a liver anyway? Literally everybody. Literally everybody on Earth. Without a liver, you're gonna die. It's not funny, it's true. Olivia, I agree. I think the game just seems so much more alive. It seems like it's an actual world that people in Pokemon live in. I guess the only thing I wish is that the draw distance was farther. There wasn't so much pop-in, so... that's all. Reactive Raichu, thank God. I did not want to be responsible for you having to get your stomach pumped later. Shit. Alex, you got deja vu? Deja vu. I feel like I've been in this place before. I ruined all those lyrics. I feel bad. Deja vu. I just been in this place before. Deja vu. I just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go. All right, I figured it out. I can sing most of that song. I've never seen that anime though. Weird. What was I gonna say? Anyway, what deja vu? What do you think deja vu actually is? Because I get deja vu all the time, and I don't know why this feeling exists. Why humans get that feeling? Oh, Wesley. Oh, great. I mean, there used to be a time when people could sell ringtones, right? And they they actually made good money making them, selling them. That was a long time ago. That was like 15 years ago. Yeah, Reactive Raichu, me too, man. It's kind of crazy. Is deja vu a glitch in the Matrix? Oh, man. Sure, why not? It's an easier explanation than actually trying to think about it. Oh, Lord. Shiny Faster, you missed when routes had to be visited multiple times at different points in the game. That is, I don't think we've really had that since, like, Gen 3. Honestly. The rest of the games, especially from Gen 5 onward, have been relatively extremely linear. Like it or not. But, oh, I was thinking, speaking of Gen 5, you had to, I think there's somebody in the Godzilla vs. Kong production team, or in all the King Kong movies, that is a Pokemon fan, because there is a part of King Kong that was very familiar to something in Gen 5. It seemed like it was an homage to Pokemon Black and White, something in particular. I don't know. Maybe other people didn't see that, but I thought it had to be an homage. Kazunamic, you think Gen 5 is the best? There are a lot of people that think like you. I highly disagree. But it is the common parlance to call Gen 5 the best. For some reason. Reactive Raichu is apparently an issue where it bypasses short-term memory and is stored immediately into long-term memory, making you think it's already happened before. Wow. I did not know that. That's a super cool explanation, actually. Well, Reactive Raichu, so there's that one. So definitely somebody on Kong Skull Island is a Pokemon fan. If that same person was working on Godzilla vs. Kong. I wonder if there was another one. Which I can tell you, it's not really a spoiler at all. But I know people haven't seen that movie, so I didn't want to talk about it, really. Anyway. Wesley, you think Gen 5 had to be the gen that didn't try very hard? In what way, out of curiosity? What am I gonna say? Oh, I totally forgot my train of thought. Anyway, all I'll say about the, Kong's, Godzilla vs. Kong / Gen 5 connection is, I thought there was a scene, Reactive Raichu, you watched it today. There was a scene that reminded me a lot of Chargestone Cave, a little bit. And that's all I'm gonna say. There's a scene that had a thing in it that reminded me a lot of Chargestone Cave, and that's all you get. If you've seen the movie, you get it. If you haven't seen the movie, you have to watch the movie and find out. That's all. Captain Courageous. See, I actually didn't like that. I would have liked it if the Pokemon designs were better, but they weren't really. And after you beat the game, I don't know, were there actually areas that had older Pokemon in them? I don't remember that. I think Black 2, White 2 had a much better integration between older Pokemon and newer Pokemon. Wesley, Black and White had the backwards map. Well, it was a very linear map. I mean, it was really just a ring thing. It was just a big ring. You know. I don't know. And you just kept going around the ring. I don't know if there was any part of the backwards map. I mean, I think in other Gen 3 and 4 you had a lot more backtracking, which I liked. Wesley, gotcha, okay. Yeah, people don't think that map is very linear, but it is really linear. It just happens to be linear in a big, circle. God damn it, I despawned a Corv. I'm so unhappy. Reactive Raichu, with blank, the blank inside blank. Yeah, we're talking the same language here. It was just a little minor thing in the movie. It was like a minor detail, and I'm like, oh, that's just like Chargestone Cave. And I knew about the Cubone thing from Skull Island, so I just immediately made that connection. That I will agree with, Sir Steggles. The routes had a lot to explore, but Gen 4 routes are probably better in that regard. With everything that you had to explore, I think. But Gen 5 wasn't bad. The routes have gotten better. I think, you know, we had a few too linear routes in Gen 6 and 7, but I think the wild area, and especially the Crown Tundra / Isle of Armor, really brought back the non-linear exploration aspect of things. And I think we're going to see it a lot more often in Legends Arceus. I think we're going to see it more often in the next games, Gen 9. I don't know, Sir Steggles. I mean, I think the Crown Tundra is the epitome of what Pokemon routes should be. Ah, gotcha, Reactive Raichu. No, just prior to that, actually. I mean, there's a scene with floating stones in it. That's all you get. They reminded me of Chargestone Cave, and the way that they are interacted with reminded me of Chargestone Cave. No. No. Now, the wild areas are beautiful, man. I love the wild area. It's my favorite thing, and especially the Isle of Armor Crown Tundra is my favorite thing almost in any Pokemon game. The Crown Tundra, really. The Crown Tundra is very good. But yeah. Exactly, Gallardicuno. Yes. And I think there is a lot of height. There's differences in height. I mean, I can see differences in height in this game right here. Right now, looking around this route. Plus all the caves. The caves are really well designed in the Crown Tundra as well. You know. Galar has Route 6. Yeah, which does have some differences in height, too. Yeah, you're right about that. But, oh yeah, actually a lot of differences in height. And also the ruined city route, too. So, there are a couple of bad routes, but overall they're not bad. I don't think they're worse than any other Pokemon game, really, when it comes down to it. And then the Crown Tundra is the epitome of everything. That's all. Gallardicuno, there you go. So 6 and 8 were the ones we were talking about. I think we agree on those. And some of the, yeah, I'm not going to deny some of the other ones are a little underwhelming, but Crown Tundra, man. Frickin' Crown Tundra is so good. That's what I want to see moving forward. More things like the Crown Tundra. Yeah, the Phalanx route was one of the things I was talking about, for sure. Where are you? No. God damn it, I ran into a squirrel. I hate these squirrels. That's killing me. I agree, E-Rock, yeah. I no, like I said, I'd even call them the epitome of what Pokemon games should be. And so hopefully with Legends Arceus, we'll see that moving forward. We need a lot more Pokemon in the overworld. It's going to be, you know, Legends Arceus is going to be like one big wild area. The question is, can they keep that going forward for additional generations? Shiny faster, that would be super duper cool. Yeah, man. But I mean, it's gonna be in BDSP. Well, I guess it'll be in Legends Arceus too. Maybe. My hyped for the remakes. Not BDSP so much, but definitely Legends Arceus. I am going whole hog on the Legends Arceus hype train. That looks like the coolest game I've seen out of Pokemon in a very, very long time. So I'm very, very excited for it. Cosnomic, you want him to be another 2.5 game again. Like what? What was the previous 2.5 game that I should know about? I think Legends Arceus is exactly what we need. Well, yeah, but but maybe that's what Pokemon needs, right, Wesley? I don't know. I like the idea that it's set in the past, like that it's set in like relatively ancient Sinnoh. I like the idea that they're overworld Pokemon. I like the idea that it's like basically a giant wild area. It looks like there's a lot to explore, right? I like the idea of the more integrated Pokemon battles. I don't know. I think there's a lot to enjoy there. Reactive Raichu, I think you and I remember that scene very differently. Sure, why not? That's Eternatus just has to be another kaiju, right? Probably. I think. Oh, I see. I got you, Cosnomic. There's both 2D and 3D. I see. It's actually really funny when you rotate the camera on those games and you see which things are 2D and which things are 3D. It looks very, very weird. Wesley, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt for now. But from what I've seen, I think I like it. But you're right. We can't go around just assuming that it's gonna be good. I've also, the last couple of Eevees I've encountered have been female Eevees. But I do need one for the form decks. I think I'd be okay to phase on that. Maybe. We'll see. No. Glandizzle. We got Glandizzle coming up in here with the raid. What is going on, man? Can we get a shout out for Glandizzle? Bringing his people over. What were you guys up to today? What were y'all hunting? And were you successful? I hope you were. I can maybe give a shout out right here. Maybe. Right like Mia. And Dizzle. There we go. I got it done. Yeah, you guys were going, you're doing something in Sword and Shield. What is it? Yeah, E-Rock. Eevee is a gender difference now. It was only the partner Eevee in Pokemon Let's Go, but in Gen 8, they have done it. They've added it. And it looks great, I think. Yeah, no worries, Reactive Raichu. I got it done. I appreciate you nonetheless. Going for it. I've definitely been there cooking and watching videos and stuff at the same time. It's, stuff doesn't move quickly there. Well, we'll see, Soaps. We'll see what happens. I think it's weird that that game is made by the, has been outsourced to the other company. And so that makes it feel like less of a mainline game to me than Legends Arceus does, personally. So, well, we'll see what happens. I think it's, yeah, I'm with you, E-Rock. I think Sword and Shield is going to continue to be the competitive game. Which is kind of what they did with when Pokemon Let's Go Eevee came out, right? It's like, sure, that's a mainline game, but the competitive stuff stayed in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Stump Aurora, how you doing? Thank you for that follow. And I agree, Kyle. Yes, and it's a proof of concept game. I'm going to give Game Freak the benefit of the doubt. This is their chance to show me that they can make a game on this scale and that it can be good. And I will freely criticize them if it's shit. I'm allowed to do that. They have this chance. I sure hope they take it and do something well. Nate, that is overall kind of what I was thinking, but I'm not sure. We'll see how far we get. Maybe I can get a little higher than that. I don't know. No. Well, E-Rock, I mean, at least BDSP will have the full Sinnoh Dex, which was not a slouch of a Dex. There were a good number of Pokemon in that Pokedex. Will it be able to have Pokemon from outside that? Will Pokemon be able to transfer in? That remains to be seen. I wonder if we, for example, maybe I can transfer my Shiny Dex into there. That would be kind of cool. I agree, Sir Steggles. Yeah, Game Freak does need to hire more staff. But perhaps this idea of outsourcing the sub-game to another company is tantamount to the same thing. And we'll see if it pays off in the end here. Excuse me, sorry. I would have muted that, but I was playing my bicycle sounds at these. Corvisquire would show up. It was a whole thing. Persona Let's Go competitive scene could have been fun if people didn't cheat and people stopped letting bad actors do bad actor things, but that's gonna be hard to do, unfortunately. Kyle, the DLC is definitely a step in the right direction. Hopefully the Legends is basically the next logical step from that. Wesley, is there COVID everywhere now? COVID everywhere. Or any drop to drink. No, I got vaccinated once. I have to get another shot next week. And I do have hand sanitizer here. You hear this? Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. That's one thing, hand sanitizer. This, that's a second one. Do I have a third bottle? Third bottle of hand sanitizer right here. You hear that? That's third bottle. So I got hand sanitizer hanging around, man. You probably can't hear it. I don't know. How was your hand sanitizer ASMR? That didn't work. Nate, would I want to do voice acting for Pokemon? No, probably not. Could I do voice acting for Pokemon? Sure. In fact, it'd probably be better than the voice acting they got now. I don't know if you've seen the Pokemon anime. Voice acting is terrible. So I think I could do better than that. But I don't know. Maybe I can't. So no, the short answer is no, I wouldn't want to do it. But I think I have the capability of it, yeah. Wesley, is the east coast of Canada got all that COVID going on? That is sad. I mean, here in the United States, we don't talk about it, but there's a COVID spike going on thanks to all these idiots that, you know, went to spring break in friggin' Florida. And the fact that none of them had got vaccinated yet. The fact that there's new variants. It's like, come on, like, people who were, like, so goddamn close. Right? And, like, now's when you choose to open up. Like, people are opening up, and we're, like, just so goddamn close. Just, like, one more month would have been fine. God, people are idiots. Anyway. Galacticuno, that is true. Twilight Wings was legitimately good. It had good voice acting. Better than I've seen of any other Pokemon anime. Oh, yeah, Wesley. The Florida governor is a real piece of work. Absolute D-bag. Anti-science. Anti-common sense. You know. Just awful. Anyway. Master Marcus, I agree. Well, I think they should... The way to do it is to have a new... Basically a new anime season every time there's a game and have, you know, a story arc across, like, every new game that comes out, every new generation. So, exactly, Galacticuno. There's one way to get your freedom back, right? And one way to end quarantine or whatever is to do all these things we've been telling you to do. It's gonna stop it, but then you have these anti-science assholes, like the Florida's government, Florida's governor, I should say, and Texas's governor too. And then they'll be like, oh, well, you know, why isn't COVID coming to an end? And it's because you didn't listen to medical professionals, scientists, etc. Why? Why? Idiots are unstoppable, man. Absolutely unstoppable. Yeah, we'll see, Kyle. We will see. Hopefully, I mean, that's the thing with Game Freak, is Game Freak always takes two steps forward and one step back, right? So overall moving forward, but like always missing some things, some potentials that could have been done. Galactic Brain, it's entirely possible. I mean, there's another example of why we got to get the money and the lobbying out of government, is because these guys are basically end up being paid shills for whatever these people want them to do, and that's not awesome. Wesley, exactly. You can have like a bunch of people. You can have Anthony Fauci telling you not to put your hand on a hot stove, and then you do it and be like, oh my god, my hand is hot. Like fucking Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin, who's been, you know, sitting there almost this entire pandemic, being, relatively anti-mask, but, you know, all of a sudden got COVID and is now like, and this happens with every idiot that gets COVID, right? If they were anti-mask before, like, guys, this is no joke. You should wear your masks. And it's like, yeah, no shit, now you should. Like, you should have... Back then, we've been telling them to wear your mask this entire goddamn time. You know, it's ridiculous. Ugh. Oh, I KO'd it. Sweet. I might die, though. Oh, I'm alive. I might have to heal up here in a sec. Nephilim, yes, I have KO'd. In fact, at this point, I think I've got... Oh, God. I think I've got 999 Corvisquire. I think I'm also gonna heal up real quick. Give me a sec. If no Corv spawns here, I'm gonna go fly away and heal. No. Ah, Corv. Alright, fine. We don't encounter Corv until no Corv spawns. Ugh. E-Rock, you've heard that a state president in India said drinking cow urine will cure COVID. Great. Frickin' idiots, man. And Wesley, it's not hard. There's a certain amount of people who know what they're doing. I, for example, had to, I recently looked up... Oh, that's not where I wanted to be. I recently looked up, does non-alcohol-based hand sanitizer kill COVID germs? Right? And I want to restore my Pokemon. And you search it on Google, and the first thing that shows up is, yes, non-alcohol-based hand sanitizer kills COVID germs. I said, oh, okay, cool. And then I looked into it further, and I looked at which websites were actually reporting that non-alcoholic hand sanitizer killed COVID germs. And it was one study out of Brigham Young University that was not reported on any major news site, but ended up making the rounds on a bunch of mommy blogs and basically blogs and blog-like websites. And I said, well, that clearly says to me that it's not supported research, that no major medical organizations, the American Medical Association or Association of Doctors, American Doctors, has supported it. Says to me that it's probably full of shit, and I should probably be buying alcohol-based hand sanitizer here. So, E-Rock, I don't know who Dr. Mike is, but is he an idiot? I don't know. Who the hell is Dr. Mike? I've never heard of him. Frickin' mommy blogs are the ones who are touting this misinformation, spreading this misinformation around. This is what we're having to deal with out here. Oh, come on, get over here. There we go. Heavy, thank you. Do we have a bird fact of the day? I don't know that we do. Pickle Mans, several Pickle Mans, and Willie Hoon, how you guys doing? Appreciate y'all coming out today. Bird fact. Do I have a bird fact of the day? Maybe. Pickle Man, thank you for that follow, dude. I do. I don't have a bird fact to share with you, but I'm just gonna share with you. It is a fact that this bird exists. And I just want to share it because it's one of my favorite birds in the entire United States. And I've never seen one before, but I really, really want to. And they live down in, most of you can find them living down in Florida. Copy image address. They're one of my favorite birds in the United States. And right there is a awesome bird. It's called the swallow-tailed kite. And they are among the most elegant birds in the entire world. Oh, E-Rock, I see. Gotcha. I'm glad he was disappointed by misinformation, too. Yeah, that bird is super cool. It's got an amazing tail. It's just overall dope. It's the fact that it's just white and black is amazing. And I've never seen one, and I really want to. Mr. Marcus, some blogs say you can get the, Tissism, and you can cure it with crystals, and I bet you they sell you those crystals, too. That is the ultimate irony of it all, is that these blogs exist simply to sell you the shit. But, anyway. Well, you'd party with that bird. I'd party with that bird, too. If I found that bird, if I finally saw one, I would absolutely party with it. Wesley, it reminds me of that scene, I don't know if you guys remember the movie Napoleon Dynamite, but that movie was a hell of a film. But there's a scene where, like, Napoleon buys, it's like a random one-off scene. He buys a time machine to go back in time for some reason. And he's like following all the instructions. It's just some metal box that he like hooks up to his body with with electrodes and things like that. And he hooks it all up, and then he's about to turn it on, and then he says, "Oops, I forgot the crystals." And he just grabs some random crystals and like shoves them in this little capacitor of the device, and it's just like, it works exactly as well as you think it would. He ends up electrocuting himself. It was pretty dumb. Damn, Wesley, hating on that. And you're wrong, they actually did make a Napoleon Dynamite TV show for a short amount of time. It wasn't very good. I don't know if you saw that coming. You probably did. Oh, I realize that I'm not zoomed out. There we go. Would I call Dr. Ruth for sex advice? Well, I mean, she's got a long career. Probably knows what she's talking about. At the same time, her ideas may be a little outdated. Possibly. I don't know for sure. No, I do not. I personally would not be calling somebody up for sex advice, no. That does not seem like something I would do. Wesley, haven't seen cable TV in a minute. Yeah. There was quite something about, you know, staying up late at night. All of a sudden, infomercials start coming on. All of a sudden, the Girls Gone Wild commercial starts coming on. Which, the fact that was ever on TV, man, that was a long time ago. I'm pretty sure that guy got sued into oblivion. But that was staying up late back in the day. Monarch, have I ever seen the Sasquatch Gang? I have never seen the Sasquatch Gang. No. What is the Sasquatch Gang? I can kind of guess, actually. I feel like I can guess. And Pickle Man, how could I have ever possibly told that you were both Pickle Men? It is that right there is the reveal of the century. Spoiler alert. And it's by the same people who made Napoleon Dynamite. They've made other movies that weren't very good. So I hope the Sasquatch Gang is pretty good. But like, I don't know if you saw Gentlemen Broncos, but that movie was supposed to be like the follow-up to Napoleon Dynamite, and it didn't really go anywhere. So I think Napoleon Dynamite was really its moment in the sun. Shiny Fast, was the doctor's name actually Dr. Sue? It's like she's actually telling you to sue her for her awful medical advice. No, I'm sure it was fine. Kieran, have I ever, or you were wondering what method I used for the Shiny Mew? How I got to encounter it? Yeah, so with Pokemon Emerald, you have to do runaways because the RNG is kind of messed up. But as long as you have a legit Emerald copy and you have some way either through a Game Shark or an R4 card to get to the Mew Island, which is called Faraway Island, you just do runaways over and over again, and eventually, as we've seen, it is going to be shiny. Very eventually. Elite Spectrum, he turned himself into a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever heard. No. There we go. Yeah, if you want to see what shinies I still have left, that link, the exclamation point Dex, is going to take you right to where you need to be. I have 19 shinies left. It's mostly random stuff from Gen 8, plus Zygarde, Tapu Koko, and Tapu Lele. So, 19 shinies. That's it, man. That's all we got left. Hopefully it's not going to take too long. Ah, shit. Motherfucking despawning motherfucker. God damn it. Ugh. So I'm not happy about that. I really thought it was a Tyrant, and I was not worried about it. And then it ended up being the friggin' goddamn Corv. There's nothing I can do about it, Gallardicuno. These fucking things spawn right at the edge of the pop. And I was talking about draw distance earlier. This is the one. This is why we need the draw distance. It's because of this shit right here. Ugh. Yeah, probably it was the shiny. Olivia, so I did my Mew hunt on an English copy of Emerald. I don't know if it will always transfer up, but mine transferred up. I've heard of somebody else who did an English copy who got theirs to transfer, and a third person who had an English copy that didn't get his to transfer. So, I don't know. Wesley, it's very sad. That's very sad. Luckily, it seems like they have a loving family. I just heard that his daughter, Bindi, it just had a kid herself. So Steve Irwin would be a grandfather. We just had to think about it. I think it'd be a fantastic grandfather, but it's very sad. It was definitely an inspiration for me when I was a kid. I watched The Crocodile Hunter all the time. Just seeing somebody who was that passionate about nature was really great to see as a kid. I don't know if a lot of people have that inspiration nowadays. I hope they do, though. I hope they do. Persona, if I could go back in time, would I go back in time? I have the power of time, but I don't. Oh. Yeah. I don't... That sentence seems unnecessary. But yes, that is true. I do not have the power of time, and it is not going to help me. I gotta go this way. Shit, there's too many Pokemon that want to despawn, god damn it. Wesley, I love Jeff Corwin as well. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. The Jeff Corwin experience. If you ever want to watch a fantastic show that's like full of nature enthusiasm and is also super duper funny, watch the Jeff Corwin experience. I highly recommend it. It might be hard to find nowadays. It was on Netflix for a while, and I don't know if it is. Reactive Raichu, yeah. Robert Irwin, he's a spitting image of his father. It's incredible to watch. And I think it's some of that same enthusiasm, so I think he's got a fantastic career ahead of him. Olivia, that's a good question. And I don't know the answer to it, but I will tell you that mine transferred just fine. And I transferred it between games, and every time I transferred it, I took it out of the PC and like battled with it for a battle. And I don't know if that made a difference, but I was able to transfer it with no problems. So, and I don't know why mine transferred fine and the other person's got stuck in Gen 5. I don't know. But I've heard of 2 English reviews that have transferred fine and 1 that hasn't. Anyway. I don't know, Cosnovic. I think the shinies look good now, too. I really do. I hear a lot of people say that, oh, you know, shinies were better, or the Pokemon look better when they were more saturated. And they're not as saturated nowadays. Or I think, really, it's that they're properly saturated now, and back then they were oversaturated a lot of the times. So, it's a difference of opinion, though. 2D was nice. 2D was good, had its own special charm. But 3D, I think, is overall better. In the correct direction for the franchise to go. So I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. Plus, everything looks more alive and animated to me. You know. Yeah, Zekrom could be better, but I think a lot of Pokemon actually did get better overall. Yeah. Gallardo Kuno is probably that I brought the Mew into the other games rather than just fully transferring it up. But still, the Mew has to like get in those games anyway. At least, you know, I don't know, the Heart Gold Soul Silver like I did. Ace of Pome, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you coming out today. Probably didn't at all pronounce that correctly, but I appreciate you coming out. Reactive Raichu, you want to repurpose rainwater for what purpose, I wonder? You can buy rain barrels or rainwater harvesting cisterns, which is actually something I do in my job a lot. That's probably why you're asking me, isn't it? Yeah, specifically why you're asking me? Great. I do it. Pay for a rainwater harvesting cistern and install it yourself. How about that? Why have you... Oh, goodness. Anyway. Yes, I happen to know how to do that, if that's something that you're interested in. Wesley, it's illegal to collect rainwater in some places. I don't know which places. I know that it is illegal in some places, but most places aren't going to stop you. And it's really to stop people who are collecting it on a massive, massive scale. A normal person with just a normal rain barrel at their house, it's not going to be an issue. In some places, those Sir Steggles, where it doesn't rain a lot, they really need the groundwater to be recharged. And so I get that. But it's mostly it is mostly West Coast places and desert places and things like that. And that's fine. But overall, I think it's a benefit. Especially in places where you do get a lot of rain and there's no issues with that kind of thing. Persona, good question. It's going to end when I feel like it. How about that? I wish it could end whenever I get this damn shiny. But, man, this Corvisquire. And God, I despawned a handful of them. I'm not happy about that. Ugh. Just very, very ugh. Where are you at? Where are you at? God, it's so hard to keep track of everything that's spawning these stupid dogs. Ah. This hunt is much more difficult than I want it to be. Honestly, I could go extra. But I'm gonna hit my stopping point right around when I want to hit my stopping point. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go 25 encounters above where I was gonna stop. Because I think I've got time for that. You want your points, Persona? Well, I'm gonna make it a little more difficult for you. I'm going 25 extra encounters. Cosnomic, what is my favorite shiny legendary? Either Ho-Oh or Rayquaza. Rayquaza is just a little, it's always good. Right? Like, it's kind of classically good. But Ho-Oh is so unique that I think I gotta go Ho-Oh. Kyurem's not bad. Kyurem's not bad. It's, I wish the color of the ice had changed a little more. But overall, it's pretty okay. Oh, Wesley, no, that's up to you, man. I've been working on Pokemon Go pretty hard, actually. Trying to get all the Pokemon I need for this Mew quest. That's very, very hard. Very difficult. I have... Like, I'm supposed to catch 151 different species of Pokemon. The same Pokemon keep spawning over and over again. And I wish they... I don't know, I wish there were different events going on or something. But the fact that there are these events that are going on means that I have a relatively limited pool of Pokemon, I think, to pull from. Fort Baboon, you're in Australia. You've missed the Tauros. Well, I've missed Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is my favorite Pokemon, and it's stuck behind some kind of region lock bullshit. And I don't especially expect to fly to Australia anytime soon. But, you know, maybe things are going to change. Maybe I'll have a windfall. Maybe I'll get on Jeopardy. I'll have an incredible winning streak. And then I'll get to go to Australia. I don't know. Well, Fort Baboon, we need to be in the same place. But is your name Fort Baboon, or is it featuring Baboon? Anyway, I'm calling you Fort Baboon. It might just be Feet Baboon. Point being, it is Feet Baboon. Shit. Well, I've been calling you Fort Baboon this entire time, which I like better, by the way. Regardless, we have to be in the same place at the same time. Wesley, I've tried out for Jeopardy in the past, yeah. I've passed the initial testing stage, but after you go into the initial testing stage, it becomes this lottery stage, and I've never got past the lottery and been called back for a second interview. So, one of these days, I'll try it. I definitely... Oh, god damn it, I fucking despawned another one. Why are there so many fucking Pokemon that I have to avoid? That means when a fucking Corvisquire spawns at the very edge of the fucking spawn range, that it despawns just because I have to, you know, do-si-do around some fucking Bolton. Shit! I'm so mad right now. We're good. It's okay. Soaps, where did I farm Mew? I farmed Mew way back in Pokemon Emerald. Pokemon Emerald is where I did it. And Persona. Well, no, they didn't change Shiny Combuskin. I mean, they changed Shiny Combuskin in Gens 5, 6, and 7. But then they changed it back from what it was. And you're welcome. I pointed this out in a video in, like, 2016. And it was a very well-received video. So I basically am the reason why they changed it. It's pretty clear. I'm taking credit for it, even though I probably had nothing to do with it. Starlight, you wanted to try out for Sports Jeopardy. I think I'd be really bad at, like, one particular subject of Jeopardy. You know? The only reason I'm kind of good at Jeopardy is that, I have, like, I have a little bit of knowledge about a lot of things, but I don't go, like, really in-depth about one thing. So that's why I'm decent at Jeopardy, is because I'm kind of good at everything that's there. But not really great at any one subject. Although I will say, recently, I have been nailing Final Jeopardies. And that's really the most important part, is can you get Final Jeopardy correct? Because that often determines the winner of the overall game. And I have been nailing the Final Jeopardy even when all three people have missed them. And I feel pretty good about that. Yeah, Persona, I know. But they didn't change it for Sword and Shield or anything like that. I mean, they changed it in Pokemon Home. Even before Combuskin was allowed to be in the game. So it's been that way for years at this point. But people talk about it as if all of a sudden it's new in the Crown Tundra, but it ain't. It's been that way for a while. Wesley, I do watch Jeopardy as much as possible, yeah. And Juanito, Dr. Oz is a terrible host at Jeopardy. I guess he's gotten a little better as he's gotten along on the shows, but after Ken Jennings and then Katie Couric, like, he's, like, really bad. So I can't wait to see who they have next, but Dr. Oz is not great. He is not even talking about his past as a you know, whether or not his medical advice can be taken seriously and all that bullshit. He's just not a great host as Jeopardy. That's all. Oh, next is Aaron Rodgers. Okay. I will let him surprise me, is all I'm going to say about that. I think just hire LeVar Burton and call it a day. LeVar Burton would be great. Nobody's going to say, oh my god, Jeopardy with LeVar Burton. Just hire LeVar Burton and just call it a day. Is Dale my demon? Well, everybody's got their demons. I might as well have one too. It's not the worst in the world. It's gonna be fine. I'm fine with it. It's really this hunt. I mean, don't forget that the hunt took down Chip too. You know. Wisely, hopefully that's just a temporary format. And maybe it'll last for a whole year or a whole season or whatever, I don't know. But I do hope that they choose somebody permanent and somebody good. Starlight, is that not a little disrespectful of Alex Trebek's legacy? I think it's a fine parody while he's alive. But after his passing, I don't want to see it personally. Shiny Fest, you liked Mike Richards, who was the executive producer of Jeopardy. He was okay. He was a little much. Katie Couric actually surprised me. Katie Couric is really great. Shiny Fest, is Mayim Bialik a future host? Why are they hiring all these frickin' quacks? Between Dr. Oz and Mayim Bialik, people that give bad medical advice are apparently all this show wants to hire. Like, Jesus Christ. Wesley, you'd vote for Will Ferrell, and he's not your favorite person. I'm sure he'd do great. I Poke Cherry, thank you for the follow. No. 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 Oh, damn it. I see Starlight, gotcha. Understood. What about Ken Chong? Ken Chong gives decent medical advice. If you've ever heard him, like, actually give medical advice, he'll say things like, hey, yeah, I used to be a doctor, and it's been a while since I actively practiced, so here's what I think, but don't take my word for it. Go ask your actual doctor. Right? Shiny Faster, no, I'm not. Mayim Bialik is she's an actress, too, but she's, people think she's very smart because she's got a PhD in neuroscience, which, a lot of time, if you have money and time, then it's not super difficult to get a PhD. Regardless, she has been very anti-vax, which is not something directly related to what her doctorate is about. And a lot of people took her very seriously because of that, and she should not have given her opinions on that, specifically because they were misinformation. And so, yeah, I have not forgiven her of that. For that, I should say. Has Ken Jeong kept up his license? No, but it's like freaking like Rand Paul sitting here, trying to grill Anthony Fauci on COVID, right? When Dr. Fauci is a medical professional that's been trusted by both sides of the aisle for, 40 years plus. And Rand Paul is a Republican from Kentucky who has his medical degree in optometry. Nothing related to infectious diseases at all. So, yeah, there's some people that get a little too big for their britches. That's all I'm saying. Abby, no, that's fair. That is fair. No, I don't disagree. Dr. Oz is not the right person to have on the show, nor is he a particularly good Jeopardy host. So, that's my opinion. What you're noticing, I'm not touting as some kind of medical opinion because I am not a doctor. You should go ask an actual doctor. You have any medical questions? Josh Day, you can try and get one if you want. I don't know, man. Try and figure out your own chip. You need your own chip, man. Heavy, yeah. No, I don't disagree. I thought it was a dumb decision, but you know what? Jeopardy is. Unfortunately, Jeopardy is largely targeted towards the elderly, which you can tell by every time Jeopardy comes on. All of a sudden, you start seeing a lot of drug commercials, commercials for osteoporosis, commercials for boner pills, and like incontinent, and like all this old people shit. And so I guess Dr. Oz is something that old people might enjoy, I guess. Maybe they know their target audience, but it ain't for me. Reactive Raichu, I agree. LeVar Burton is ideal. Somebody who's at least passionate about education. And Heavy, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Jerry Springer at least admits that he's entertainment, Wesley, do it. Do it. And I want you to go out in public with that ringtone. I want you to be in line at the grocery store and your phone goes off and your phone just says, boner pills, boner pills, boner pills. And then it'll remind you that you need to, up your Viagra prescription or something. Boner pills. At least that's what everybody's going to think. Oh, goodness. Well, Starlight Searcher, what about The Price is Right? What did The Price is Right do? Well, I guess The Price is Right got Drew Carey. Never thought he'd be a good host of The Price is Right, but he's stuck around. Wesley, I'm so sorry. Oh man, That's the height of comedy right there. Oh, The Price is Right is a bunch of elderly commercials during it, right? Well, that's because nobody else, at least Jeopardy, I guess Jeopardy is played at different times in different markets. For me, I tend to see Jeopardy about like 7 o'clock, 7:30 at night, depending on the market. In some places it's earlier, some places it's 5 o'clock, some places it's 3 o'clock. The Price is Right, however, is almost universally played at like noon, 1 p.m., maybe 3 p.m., you know? And so the only people that are going to be around to watch The Price is Right are going to be the elderly. Starlight Searcher, from what I understand, Drew Carey like started out like that, trying to just be Bob Barker all over again, but then he kind of found his own voice, and apparently it's better now, but, you know, again, it comes on at like 1 p.m. around here, and so I couldn't tell you. Wesley, that reminds me of, I think it's Parks and Rec, where Ron Swanson has the gunshot ringtone. That's one of the, that is one of the better jokes. So to be all stuff like that, I guess. That's kind of like a ringtone version of the Eric Andre show or something. I don't know. It could work. Well, I think people, just the idea of having ringtones anymore is a little passé now. You know? I don't think people have that many ringtones. In fact, my phone has been on silent for years at this point. If I ever had my ringtone go off, I would be mortified. I'd turn it off immediately. And try and look on why the hell it, you know, isn't on silent. Starlight, you're using all these acronyms. I don't know what the hell is LMAD. Oh, let's make a deal? Oh, that makes sense. Then Price is Right, then CBS Local News. Still, most people are at work at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., etc. So, what are you going to do? I am not the target audience, and that is actually okay, you know. Regardless, guys, that is time. That is our stopping point. We are gonna go raid somebody who is doing a very cool hunt. The question is, who? Oh, is that their hunt? Is that their current hunt? Because that's pretty cool if that's legit. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody hunt this one. So, guys, I want you to go show this streamer some love with the message Kangas Kid 18 sends over the Kangas crew. Thanks for coming out today, guys, and as always, we are going to see you on the next Shiny.